All right, it's time to get out here and see if we can catch some fish. If you guys were out here the other day, well, yesterday, you saw that I lost one of my rod and reel setups because I made a cast and left my bait sitting on the water. A fish actually came up, took my bait, and took my entire rod and reel. So I replaced that. I now have this is a Duckett Micro Magic 7'6" medium heavy. So I'm testing this setup out. This is a 13 Fishing Concept Z. This is an 8 gear ratio, 8:1 gear ratio reel. And I have 12-pound monofilament line is what I have on here. And what I'm going to be throwing first is going to be this Sebile Swimbait. So if we take a look, we're going to just be using our electronics again today, guys. This is another electronics day. So we're going to be targeting fish out here suspended. You see these fish are suspended up. They're about 70 feet out and about 15 feet down. So we're going to go ahead and see if we can get some of these fish to commit to this bait today. All right, here they come. They're coming up to the bait. Let's see if I speed it up a little bit. Ah, they swiped at it, guys. Let me just show you the activity on the screen. There's all those fish down there. They're still right there. I killed it and they still came and swiped at it. So that kind of tells me a little something. Let's just keep looking around and see what we can see. As you come into the chat, go ahead and drop a 1 in there. I want to make sure you guys can hear me okay and see me okay. And also, if you could, please tap that like button. It really does help the channel. So we're going to see if we can get some of these fish to commit to hitting this swim bait today. Get a good long cast out there. Let it settle in. All right, these are the fish we're targeting right here. They're suspended at about 15 feet down. And I'm just looking to see if I'm going to get some movement out of those fish. And when I do, I'm going to speed this up a little bit. All right, there they go. Let's see. Let me just kill it. They're just right out here in front of the boat, guys. They're not committing to it. And I can see the bait right under the water. I don't know if you guys can see it or not. But look at all of those fish right there that were following that bait. What's going on? We have Jones coming in, hit me with the 1. Henderson, Chris Henderson, back once again. I really appreciate it. If you guys could tap that like button for me. Like I said, it really does help the channel. And what we're going to do today is, backed by popular demand, some of you guys were wanting to know about these electronics. All right, so let's take a look. We're just out here targeting fish that we can find on these electronics. These fish are suspended about 20 feet out right here. So we'll go ahead and make a cast to those. See if we can get those to come up and commit to this bait. All right, here they come. Let's see, is he gonna get it? They're coming to look at it, but they're not committing to it. Wow, there's a bunch of them right there again. You see all those fish down there? That's my bait right here sinking back down. Let's see if I can get it. Let's see if you guys can see that bait moving. So that's my bait right there, and those are the fish right under it. They're just looking at it. Let's try something different. So I'm gonna make a cast out there. My bait just hit at 90 feet, so I'm gonna let this sink down, and then I'm just gonna burn it. See, there's a fish coming over to it right here. All right, it's sinking down. It's about 15 feet, 20 feet down. So here's my bait right in here. You can see my bait right there. And there's a fish right here. There they go. So they're coming over there now. So now let's see if I burn this bait through these fish. Nope, just followers, guys, just followers. Lil Finn says, don't give up because that's what winners do. All right, don't give up. What is going on, Clint Perry? Good to see you tuning back in. We're going to see if we can get some of these fish to bite today. So how many of you were watching whenever I lost my rod and reel combo? When that fish grabbed my line and just yanked my pole and everything right off of the boat. All right, here comes some fish, guys. Yeah, they're not really committing to it right now. All right, so who was watching yesterday whenever that fish came, took my bait, and yanked my rod, reel, bait, everything? All right, Brent Lee said he saw it when it happened to me. Yeah, that was terrible. But what I did is went and replaced that setup. So what I'm trying out now is a Ducket Micro Magic rod. I have that on a 7.6. Let's see if that's going to focus for you guys. Maybe not, maybe not. But this is a 7.6 medium heavy. Feels real good. Feels like it's a nice light rod. And I'm able to get a long cast out of here. I don't know if you guys can see that right there. But that's a nice long cast with this longer rod setup. Yeah, these fish aren't committing to this. So let's go ahead and change it up. But what I wanted to do was just get out here and just make sure this rod and reel combo, this setup was good. Let me just check and see if I can change some settings on here. Maybe, maybe not. Let's see. Make it pop a little bit. All right, there we go. But yeah, see, these fish are just sitting right out there. And actually, let's go ahead and throw something on the bottom since they're not coming up to the top. Let's just throw a shaky head. There we go. Nice and simple. See if we can get these fish to commit to that since they don't want to act right. All right, so I made a nice 85-foot cast, and you can see all of these fish lined up right here. And for anybody wondering, I'm using Humminbird Mega Live is the electronics that I'm using. Chris Henderson says, burn it. Oh, yeah, I was burning it. Light enough to steal it from you. Oh, yeah, that's right. The burning season. Money has yet to elaborate why he can't, why he didn't like the competition in the BFL. BFL and Toyota Series schedule in, what is that? Is the same 3 lakes every year. Okay, yeah, boring schedule. So do you ever fish any of the BFLs? All right, what's going on, EJ? Have EJ checking in. Yeah, so today is kind of starting off. It's a little bit warmer out here today. I see some activity out there on the top. So we're going to try that next. We'll try something to see if I can get them to come all the way to the top. Let's move in just a little bit closer to these fish, because I have to set up my other rod with some more line on it, because I can't get the cast out as long as I want them to be. So we're going to downsize the bait. All right, so let's go ahead and spot lock right here. Those fish are sitting at about 70 feet out. So let's try something different. Didn't like that shaky head. Let's try to downsize. let's see, where'd they go? There they go. All right, did you guys see them? They're hitting at it. We have one try, but did not get the bait. So yeah, so this smaller profile seems like it might do a little something. All right, so these fish do not want it. Let's go ahead and keep on moving out, guys. I'm going to be hopping in and out of the chat. Really appreciate everybody for tuning in. Once again, make sure you guys hit the like button. As we catch these fish, we do a little something called the guessing game on this channel. And what that is I will hold up that fish. I will put it on the measuring board. Let you guys make some guesses. It's a few guesses to see who can determine the size of that fish. And then I'll put it on the scale. So we're out here just getting started. Just wanted to get everything set up before we roll out. All right, so let's go ahead and move to the next spot. So I might be fishing a tournament on Tuesday. So if I fish that tournament on Tuesday, who wants to watch that live? Should I do a live on Tuesday? All right, let's take a look. Ronnie Denny says, did something just bump your trolling motor? No, that was probably me doing that. Let's see. The burning season says, unfortunately in New York, you can't compete with the local jackpotters that fish one lake every day. I mean, that's about the same everywhere, because you're allowed to just pick one lake, the lake that you're good on, and go out there and fish it. All right, let's take off and go out here and find another spot, guys. So let's creep up on some other fish, see if we can find some active fish, some that want to come out and bite a little something. All right, so now let's get some fish that'll come up on top. All right, I already see the bait fish, so that's a good sign. All right, Samuel says, go ahead and run it live, but just check with the tournament director first. All right, let's see. Man, look at all that activity out there. All those fish down there. But the question is, do they want to eat something? All right, really appreciate everybody for tuning in. We're sitting at 12 likes. Can I get about 8 more lights, guys? We're gonna get things cracking. Get out here and show you guys. Hopefully you guys will be able to see these fish when they come up and start hitting on top. So you can see some top water explosions. All right, really appreciate that. I see somebody else hit that like button for me. All right, so we have everything we need here for a perfect combination that should lead to a bite. But you guys know it's fishing, so you never know what these fish are gonna do. Just gotta get everything positioned so that it works out the best for you. All right, so yeah, they're suspended and those bait fish are right on top. All right, looks like they're feeding on these bait fish now. Let me just show you guys what I'm taking a look at. There they go. So they're feeding on those bait fish at about 60 feet out. Let's go ahead and get this back in and get lined up for another good cast. So they're out there, they're suspended. There's bait fish. But will they come and commit to the top? Fishing with Blakey says, what kind of boat do you have? All right, I'll show you this boat. I'll give you a quick tour in just a second. But right now, we're on some live action. So we have this live going. So just a second, I'll give you guys a tour of the boat. Now, these fish are suspended right where they need to be, sitting about 20 feet down, and you can see the bait fish right above those fish. And I see some more bass coming into play. So we're in a good spot. It's just a matter if those fish are going to get active for me or not. Sammy Schultz says, throw a crankbait. So I know you saw me trying. Uh-oh, wait a second. There's something coming up. All right, I got their attention. Just to show you again, these are the fish that I'm targeting right on the other side of that cover. Trying to make some nice long casts. These casts that I'm making are probably about 100 or so feet. I have my electronics set out to about 95 feet. Sometimes this will trigger those fish to start schooling on top. These fish are like, nah, partner. We're not going to do that today. Not today. All right, the burning season says, what time is the tournament on Tuesday? So the tournament that I'll be fishing on Tuesday, it's going to start at Safe Light. And I am in Georgia. So I'm guessing that'll be anywhere from 6 o'clock to 7 o'clock. Not really sure. I don't know the details of it yet. Gary Lucas says, love the view. All right, yeah, and take a look around. It's a nice, pretty day outside. It's not too cloudy today, so I'm pretty sure it's going to heat up. I know that'll probably change the way the fish bite. So I did get out here a little late today. It is 10:17. Man, take a look at that, guys. So here's the bait fish. These are bass that were just going up here eating these fish. You see how they're kind of scattering around instead of being clumped together real tight? Like these are a little more tight than those right there. So those fish are actively feeding. There's some more bait fish coming into play. But what I need is for them to chase those fish all the way to the top. But let's go ahead and try something different. What I'll do is I will throw something and let it sink down to where those fish are at. Throw a swim bait. And I was mentioning earlier, for anybody that was watching the other day that actually saw one of my rod reel, my line, my entire setup. I was robbed out here on the lake. A fish came up, grabbed my line, And that was all she wrote, because I didn't have the rod in my hand, and that fish took off with my whole setup. All right, so there we go, guys. That's perfect. Look at those bait fish. There's bass sitting right under them. And there is my swim bait coming right through those fish. And there's the bass coming up to it. Let's see if he'll get it. No, he didn't get it. Let me kill it. Reel it again. Still didn't get it. Here's my bait sitting right here. I'm gonna just let it sink all the way down here just for fun. They're probably not gonna hit it, but you never know, because it is fishing. Let me just feed some line out to it. See, the fish came up to my bait. Here's another one coming over to it. Let's see. These are some nice sized fish. They're like, nah, man, we're not gonna bite that. We're not rookies. We've seen it before. All right, let's see. All right, so let me show you guys my boat real quick. Fishing with Blake, he says, what kind of boat do you have? So I have a Nitro Z20. So there you go. Nitro Z20 has a black with blue highlights on there. That's my setup. Have a few rods on the deck. Let me move that one out of the way. That's my top water rod. Have a fluke out here. You guys know I've been out here practicing with the fluke a little bit too. Want to get better with that technique. Back here on the back, I have talons on the back. And I'm running that Mercury 250. That's F-I-T-T-Y. That's how you pronounce that. 250. 250. All right, let's see. Fishing with Blakey says jerk bait. I've been tearing them up on a jerk bait and lipless. So yeah, the jerk bait might work. It might work, but I don't have that out on deck. It's in the rod locker. All right, Mike says the I'm a skimmer was for me yesterday on Lanier. Oh yeah, Bald Ridge. I'm not far from Bald Ridge right now. Gary Lucas says over grass. No sir, not fishing over grass. I'm out here fishing over. I'm sitting in about 35 feet of water, so I'm not fishing grass. Small Water Charter says the bite is heating up down here in South Florida, man. The bite is always good down there in Florida. All right, really appreciate everybody for tuning in. You guys are definitely getting active in the chat. If you could tap that like button for me. All you have to do is double tap your screen. I know somebody the other day was asking, how much does it cost to like the video? It doesn't cost anything. Likes are free. All you have to do is double tap the screen. Oh my goodness. Look at that right there. You see that bait ball? And look at all those bass right under it. Those fish are down like 35, 40 feet deep. But they don't have those fish up close to the surface like I need them to be. Yeah, I need to change my bait up. Let's see if I have what I need. Yeah, I have my other bait tied on. All right, let's go ahead and try something else so we can get down there to where those fish are at. All right, we are at 29 likes. If you have hit the like button, please type the word like in the chat. Just want to see who's participating, who is giving the channel some love. All right, Bob says, what is that? Let me see. Fishing. What is that? Fishing for Dealer says, I'm under the Milliken Camus, polishing the hull. Okay, all right. Listening. Okay, yeah, the invitational. Okay, big shout out to you. Really appreciate you for tuning in. All right, Jeff Rowland says, where are you fishing at? I'm fishing on Lake Lanier. All right, Bob Frapel says, do you ever use the frog? Somebody says, what is that mess with the trolling motor? So what I have up here is nothing too much out of the ordinary. I have a 360 over here, and I have my my live imaging transducer on the trolling motor. All right, now look at how these fish are lined up now. Man, that is looking so lovely. They're about 80 feet out. Let's cast this out there, get a real long cast. You guys see that cast? That cast was probably about 100 feet. I'm gonna let this sink down. And what we're gonna do is just watch and see the reaction of these fish, see if they actually start swimming towards that bait. And if they do, then I'll burn that bait through those fish to kind of imitate a fish trying to get away from them. Let's see. All right, there we go. I'm keeping an eye on the fish. Let's go ahead and swim it through there kind of slow first. And if I see them start reacting, then I'm gonna speed it up. All right, there they come, there they come. Come on, buddy. Ah, they didn't hit it. They didn't hit it. Did you guys see those fish coming up at it? And there's my bait coming across. And look at all those fish. They came, they went back down. Let's try one more thing, and then we'll pack up and leave from out of here too. All right, let's try something that I can get down there to where those fish are at. So as you can see, they're kind of active, but they're not willing to commit and come all the way down. I mean, you come all the way up to the bait. Let's see. I have this on here because I have some youngins that want to go fishing a little later. So I brought the old school tackle box out. You guys remember fishing with those when you were younger, had the old school tackle box? All right, let's see. There we go. This is what I need. All right, so those fish are still suspended at about 50, 60 feet out. So I think that's a good position. So let's go ahead and we're spot locked right now. So we're just gonna hold this position. And I'm going to make about an 80-foot cast and count this down to about 20 feet. All right, that was about a 95-foot cast. So there's my bait right here. I don't know if you guys can see it or not. And so I'm gonna let this come all the way down here to about 20 feet and start pulling it across. But I see some fish out here that can see my bait. So they'll probably go up and start taking a look at it. Dave says, gotta be honest, not sure how I feel about the whole sonar thing, but it is cool. Oh yeah, it's fun. It's fun. It's just another form of fishing. Some people like kayak fishing. Some people like fishing from the bank. Some people like fishing with electronics, no electronics. I mean, there's a little something out here for everybody. How about that? So some days I'll come out here and I'll fish with electronics and show people that like using their electronics what I'm doing, and, you know, just show them some different techniques, different baits and things like that you can use. Sometimes we come out here, we break out the crankbait, spinner bait, wacky rig, shaky head, and we go hit shallow docks, hit rocks, long points, humps, all that kind of stuff. All right, Ramirez says, how much is your boat? Man, from what I'm hearing nowadays, boat prices have gone crazy. So I got this boat right before COVID hit. So I was still able to get a price on my boat that seemed like a, oh my goodness, there they go. There they go, hitting out there on top. Can you guys see them? Right here. Oh my goodness. Let me hurry up and reel this in as fast as I can and get out there. So that's what I've been waiting for. So now these fish are active. They push those bait fish up to the top. Uh-oh, got my other lure tangled back there. All right, so they're pushing these fish to the top now, these bait fish to the top now, guys. All right, in the chat, how much are bass boats running nowadays? Because I'm hearing prices of 100,000, 140,000, 90,000 is a butt naked boat. I mean, you can buy a boat, all it comes with is a pair of drawers on. You don't get any electronics or anything. It'll be about $90,000. Is that right? Is that what you guys are hearing out there on the bass boat market? M says 350. He got 350 on the boat. Fishing Ford dealer says, I don't think this boat has ever had a bath. Oh yeah, I've been out here back-to-back days, so I have not washed it yet. But you know, once I get out here and put some shine on it, it'll look good. It cleans right on up. You know how you look when you're out there working on cars, doing the lawn and everything, you're looking a little rough. But when it's time to head out and you throw that suit on, you clean up pretty nice. So that's the way this boat does. But you may have been referring to that stain on the carpet. I do not know what that was that got on there. And I've tried a bunch of different products to get it off. but I wasn't able to get that stain out of there. It hasn't worked its way out. But what I know some people do is they put like stickers and patches and stuff on their boat to cover up certain things on there. But hey, no big deal. I mean, it's a nice boat. It has treated me very well. It gets me there and back whenever I'm out fishing a tournament. Dave says, pretty sure we'll have lures Bluetooth to your phone. We won't have to leave the dock. A remote controlled lure. All right, what we're gonna do is drop a drop shot down here now, guys. So take a look. There's the bait fish. Look at all of these fish down here. Generally, I can't get these fish to hit drop shots anymore. I pretty much have to pull off of them, but there's so many of them down there. I have to go ahead and give it a shot. Let me move my fluke out of the way. I'll probably try fishing a fluke in a little bit. So we'll be out here for a few hours, trying some different techniques, getting my gear and everything set up for a tournament that's going to be taking place this weekend. Well, not this weekend, on Tuesday. On Tuesday. All right, let's put this one back out of the way. All right, let's see. It says LA's awesome cleaner, cleans carpet great. So that's what I was talking about right there. That stain, I do not know what that came from. All right, let's see. What were we gonna try next? Drop shots. Let me grab, let's see. Let's try this blue worm right here. So on this drop shot setup, guys, I have a Ducket Micro Magic. This is a medium heavy, 7 foot. Medium heavy. And I have this going to, I believe this is 15-pound high vis yellow line. And I have that going to 8-pound a leader line. And I just tied this on yesterday. And I need to go back and cut my tag ends off. So just gonna nose hook this bait like this. You see I have it dipped in chartreuse on the back. All right, so my tag end, I just tied this. Let me just drop it down a little bit so I can get to this tag end. So these tag ends, I did not trim those off whenever I tied this on, so let me do that now. Keep all my extra line and stuff like that. These boats come with a trash bag on there. A trash can, so it's easy to kind of keep things cleaned up. And then I always pull on this just to make sure that knot is good. All right, now let's get back down here and take a look again. So yeah, we're still sitting right on top of these fish. So let's do a split screen with the sonar. So here we go. Look at them on sonar, guys. And then that's how they look on live imaging. And we're just gonna drop this straight down there and just let it do its thing. So let's see if we can see it going down on sonar. Nope, I did not see it go down on sonar, but we're sitting in 35 feet of water. Some of those fish did follow it down, so you never know. We'll just sit here and just try this for a minute or two. Fish for Dealer says, wow, I don't know about that stain though. That was the same thing I was saying. So yeah, I'll probably, it doesn't bother me too much, but like you said, I got to get out here, shine this baby back up. I've been running back to back. Whenever I get off the lake, I've been kind of tired, so I didn't. And you know the days where you say, yeah, I'm going to use today to go ahead and get some things in order. And then you take a look at the lake and the sun and the nice day, and you're like, man, I can do it tomorrow. So yeah, I got to get out here and hit the boat with the shampoo. I might just put like a sticker or something over that stain that's on the boat. All right, let's see. What are you guys talking about in the chat? All I'm doing is just letting this drop shot hang down there. Sometimes those fish will hit it. From my experience nowadays, for me at least, I'm not able to get these fish to hit the drop shot. Ramirez says, looking it up, a bass boat, it said a bargain price, $110,000. Oh my goodness, that's a bargain. get you a half of a house, or in some cases a whole house instead of a boat. All right, let's see. Dave says he calls the patent on the Bluetooth lure. I'm pretty sure it's already out there. On my channel, I get emails and I get contacted by companies with all kinds of things. So they sent me a camera that you can tie on to your line. Well, they didn't send it to me, but they sent me the, asking if I wanted to try it out. They were going to send it to me for free. Let's move up just a little bit and get directly on top of these fish. Now, these are some nice sized fish, guys. This is how, before live imaging, which is this up here, before live imaging, this is how I used to fish offshore, and just watch the same thing right here on this live screen on your sonar. All right, had to ease up just a little bit. So we're sitting in 34 feet of water with no action. Hoping some fish come up and start schooling. We'll see. All right, trying to see. Let's see. All right, so yeah, my boat is, it's black with the blue highlights on it. What's up, crappy but happy? All right. Sounds like you're out there doing a little fishing. Says, what's up? How are you? I'm doing great. How are you doing today? It's fishing for dollars, just so you know. Okay, it's fishing. Okay, fishing for dollars. There we go. All right, good deal. Glad to have you in the chat. All right, and once again, if you have not tapped that like button, please hit that like button for me, guys. It really does help the channel, helps push things out a little bit more. Just testing out these new live streams every Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern. Make sure you guys tune in. That's when we have our weekly live stream in studio. We talk about fishing and sometimes fishing controversy, sometimes fishing tournaments, go over different techniques, get active in the chat, and we have a live call in. So that way, if you guys have some things on your mind, you can always call in. Uh-oh, I hit that cover. All right, I was able to get out of it. All right, so we have been rolling for about 30 minutes. So this is giving me enough time to go through all of my rods, cast my rods, make sure my line is everything. My knots are good, lines are good. I can get good casts. So now what we're about to do, guys, we're about to start rolling. So these fish aren't really active. Let me try to hit these fish that's out here at about 60 feet out. Let me put this drop shot up. Drop shot is not really a productive bait for me, but I always keep it on the deck. But as you see, I'll keep it back here out of the way and just kind of reserve the deck for techniques that I use a little more often. Let me get these rods lined up out of the way. All right, don't want to try that one just yet. What is that right there? All right, that's that fluke. Don't need that one just yet either. All right, here we go. There we go, the rod that had the bait that got stuck back by the console. Let's come back here and get this loose. All right, there we go. All right, so now that we have everything lined up, got our rods and everything set up, we're gonna test some things out and see if we can get some of these fish to bite now. So we're gonna start moving and shaking. All right, Crappy But Happy says, what reel is that? Which one? Which reel are you talking about? This, oh my goodness. All right, they're hitting on top out there, guys. Bam, right where it needed to be. But let's see if those are some schooling fish out there. I see the bait fish, but the bass are not cooperating. All right, let's go ahead and pack up and roll. So we got everything lined up as far as my rods, reels, and everything that I'm gonna be using. Gonna keep my top water and my swim bait over here on this side. the slower bait. I'm gonna put this back towards the back because I doubt that I'll be using this that much. And those aren't really the fish that I want to target. I don't really want to fish slow today, guys. All right, let's see over here. I'll keep that fluke on deck, so there we go. And I'll keep a shaky head just in case. You know, sometimes they get a little finicky and they want a shaky head. So Mike Mark said, you on Lanier today? Yes, sir. Out here on Lanier, so we're about to start moving now. So make sure you guys continue to get active in the chat because sometimes I may not talk as much, but I want you guys still to get in there, network with each other. You never know who is in the same state, fishes the same lakes, or may be in the market to buy a new boat, have questions about that, questions about electronics, rod and reel setups, all of that good stuff. Shout out to Cool C. We have a member of the money team checking in. Those are the members of the channel. You will notice that they have a badge right next to their name. Strong supporter of the channel, been a member for quite a while. If you take a look at the badge next to his name, that is a, I guess what you would call a VIP badge. He has been a member for a while, so that's what it takes to earn that badge right there. All right, we're gonna roll out to the next spot. Make sure you guys hit that like button and let's move. We're moving. All right, we're rolling up to the next spot. All right, we're rolled up to the next spot now. Gonna pretty much do the same thing. Let me hop in the chat real quick and see what you guys have been discussing while I was running. All right, let's see. Good luck on Lanier today. Wish I was on the lake today. We'll get out Friday. Oh yeah, always a good time to get out on the lake. All right, let's see who else we have in here. I woke up, Mike Mark says, I just woke up drinking me some coffee. Yeah, buddy, getting primed up, going to the car. Oh, the car show, okay. Good deal, good deal. Yeah, make sure you guys tap that like button for me. It really does help support the channel. What's up? Have you caught anything yet? No, sir. So we are about to get things rolling right now. So I've been showing you guys some electronics, some different things with that, and the techniques that I plan on using for today. Got all my combos and everything set up. You guys saw that I did lose a rod and reel setup yesterday. Was that yesterday? I think that was yesterday. A fish pulled my entire lure, rod, and reel, everything into the water and took off with it. About $300 just gone, just like that. All right. All right, Fishing for Dollars said he's out there doing some work. He's putting in work, but maybe he'll go fishing another day. So whose boat did you say you're working on? Fishing for Dollars? All right, so we're just scouting around right now. I want to ease up on these fish. And I'm trying out this new setup I just went and bought. This is trilene. Does anybody still use trilene? This is 12-pound monofilament line. I wanted something with a little stretch to it. I have a 7'6" medium heavy rod, and this is an 8-gear ratio reel. This way I can burn these baits back. A lot of people see me fishing and they say, why is this guy fishing so fast? He's reeling too fast. And what I tell people is, on these herring lakes, you cannot reel faster than these fish can swim. And a lot of times you want that reaction bite, so you want something that you can burn back to the boat. All right, let's make a cast out there. So yeah, so this reel is nice. Getting a good long cast. Let's see, they're following it, guys. They were following it. So now let's try to burn this thing. So now, since I see that they're taking a look at it, I'm going to get a nice long cast and I'm going to burn this bait across here and see if I can get them to get a reaction strike. I don't know if you can see it burning across the water. All right, there they go. So now what I did is, by casting out here a few times, I got these fish to start coming up into the water column. And sometimes that actually activates these fish to where they'll start feeding on bait fish and kind of make those fish start feeding. All right, so here we go. If you guys, hopefully you guys can see that screen. Let's see if they, okay, there they go, coming up to it. Nope. Didn't hit it. Let's hurry up and get back out there, because those fish are starting to come up towards the top now. All right, try a different retrieve on this thing. All right, there we go. I'm gonna try a different retrieve on it. All right, so take a look at them. A lot of those fish have come there just 40 feet away from the boat, which is not a long distance at all. So they stopped just shy of that boat because they know I'm out here now. All right, let me see. Fishing, skiing. Said Ben Milliken's boat. That is crazy. Oh yeah, so Fishing for Dollars. Did you see when Milliken was on my live stream? He was on my show. Goodness, it's been a few months back now, but yeah, I had him live on the on my show every Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern is when I do my in-studio live streams. So did anybody in the chat, did you guys see Milliken when he came on the show? We had a great time, and I have a few videos out with clips and stuff in there from it, and just different topics concerning the fishing industry. So yeah, real good dude. We had a fun time cracking jokes and talking about a lot of different topics. And like I was saying, we did the call-in segment, so you guys actually got to call in and speak to Milliken. He was taking all questions, and of course, if you guys know Milliken, he wasn't shying away from any of the topics that we were talking about. So it was a great time. All right, let's see what else you guys talking about in the chat. All right, that's a 24-hour job, Dollars. All right, let me see. Fishing Skiing says okay. Never fished on that before. All right, yeah, make sure you guys continue to get active in the chat and network with each other, because you never know who is in the chat. And if you have not hit that like button, go ahead and hit the like button. What I'm working on doing now is getting the fish to the boat. Once we get a fish to the boat, we are going to weigh that fish. Well, I'm going to hold the fish up, let you guys take a look at it, and let you guys guess the weight. So I think yesterday we had, let's see, goodness, I keep forgetting the name. But we have a 3-time champ that has been able to guess the weight on 3 of the fish. I think it was back to back. So he was pretty good at it. So right now, what we're dealing with, let me just show you guys, is who knows about bluebird skies? Can you see that sun? Can you see the sun? It is, the clouds are kind of gone. Take a look at that. So it's bright, sunny in the heat of the day. So the bite may be a little slow, but let me show you guys what I'm throwing right now. So who knows what this bait is right here? Who knows what that is? Does anybody know what that is? I changed that hook out there, put a feathered hook on the back of it. Mike Mark says, seems a little tough today. I think the full moon doesn't help any. Oh, you saw that moon out there, huh? Can you see the moon out there? All right, Dave says a glide bait. Uh-oh, Turner Fishing. He knew right away. That is a magic swimmer, right? That is the original Swimbait magic swimmer. So they have been duplicated. Well, they have been imitated, but not completely duplicated. These things, you can burn these across the water. This is an 8-gear ratio reel, and I can burn this across the water and it does not blow out. On these herring lakes, you got to speed these things up sometimes. And these Swimbait magic swimmers were perfect for that. That company no longer is in existence anymore. But if you find these baits out there, you might want to grab you a few of them, because they are very hard to come by. Yeah, Chris Henderson says non-producer today. Yeah, I mean, I got some followers on it, but what I'm also doing is I just set this rod, reel, line and everything up yesterday. So I did want to get out here, even if I'm not getting bites on it, just cast it a bunch of times, because I probably use it during the tournament. So I want to make sure if there's any kinks in the line, anything that's preventing me from getting good long cast, accurate cast, I want to make sure I'm good with that. All right, so check that out. There's some fish right under the boat on sonar. All right, let's go ahead and try something different. Let's see if these fish will come up on top. Since it's a bright sunny day, I want to throw a bright sunny lure. All right, so there we go. That's what I'm going to throw next. Does anybody know what this bait right here is? In the chat, drop that in the chat if you guys know what that is. Samuel says, I found 5 and got them all. Okay. Oh, wait. Oh, so you got you some bills. Okay. All right. Let me see. Turner Fisher says, Berkeley took over the design all over here. Yes, sir. That is correct. So those. All right. There we go, guys. I'm bringing that bait right over there. Let's see if those fish will come up. All right, and that was a no-go. They're out there, they're looking, but they're not wanting to come all the way to the top. So we might have to change some things up. If I want to catch some fish, how do you adapt to the program when the fish aren't doing what you need them to do? All right, so let's go ahead and pack up and roll out again. Let's go a little shallow. Let's get to a little bit shallower water. So right now I'm sitting in 18 feet, 19 feet. So I'm not really all that deep. But now I came out here kind of later in the day. Some people are actually packing up and leaving as I was getting to the lake. So they come out here early, get the job done and head back in. But for me, if I'm going to be fishing a tournament, I'm going to be out here all day anyway. So I need to make sure I can catch fish at all times of the day. All right, Vic Top says, do you saltwater fish? I haven't done that in a long time, but it is definitely a fun thing. We used to go out on the party boats. All right, I have some people hitting me up saying that they are on the lake too. They're like, where you at, Money Bass? All right, so we're gonna ease up on a point now. See if we can get any action coming in a little slower. I mean, a little more shallow. So look at that point, has some nice rocks on it. This right here, for anybody wondering, let me see, can you see my finger? This right here is my 360. And then right there on the side of the trolling motor was my live imaging. Benjamin Redneck says, do I hunt? Man, I used to hunt when I was younger, but I haven't been hunting for a long time. And actually, as I was growing up, I actually had more fun hunting with like squirrel hunting and rabbit hunting and stuff like that with my BB gun. Then I got a little bit older, and then my parents got me a little 22. But hunting with a BB gun was the thing that I like to do. I like to run through the woods, chasing squirrels and that kind of thing. I've never been a deer hunter or anything. I've never just sat in a stand and hunted that way. I kind of like being on the ground trying to track stuff. But yeah, I haven't done that in a long time. All right, said your biggest buck is a 15 point. Mike Marsh said, I need some hunting property. Man, depending on what state you're in. I know out here in Georgia, there's a lot of guys that they have hunting clubs and everything. I'm a member of a bass club, but never been in a hunting club before. All right, so we're coming up on a point. So the reason why I came out here, I just wanted to come in shallow now, something a little closer in, see if maybe they are committing to the bite a little bit better if you go in shallow. Benjamin says, I like in Louisiana. Okay. Out there doing some Louisiana hunting. All right, so we're sitting in 16 feet of water, just scanning around. Once again, make sure if you guys have not subscribed, tap that subscribe button on the screen because we're growing. This channel's getting a lot bigger. And also make sure you guys tune in on Tuesday nights, 8 p.m. Eastern for the weekly live stream. All right, let's see if I can get these fish to come out here and hit on top, guys. So I came in a little more shallow just to see and test it out. On this lake, you can run out to just about any point and find some type of structure, cover, fish relating to something. All right, so I see some fish out here. But what I'm going to do is go down there to these fish. I'm going to throw a shaky head down there. I may change the bait up a little bit. I just tied a different type of worm. I normally don't throw this worm on there, but I figured I'd try something a little different. All right, Benjamin Redneck says, I'm only 15. All right, good deal. Killed him with a 308. Okay, cool. Man, you shooting them with the big dog. That 308, that's nothing to play with right there. Yeah, I know you were excited about that. Good deal. The Quante checking back in again. Says good morning. Good morning to you too, sir. You know, back at it again out here trying to see if I can get 1, 2, maybe 3 or 4 fish to the boat. Just gonna be out here for a few hours having some fun with my peoples once again. Like I said, make sure you guys hit the subscribe button. Do we have any new subscribers? Is there anyone in the chat that has just subscribed today? If you did, type subscribe in the chat. I want to definitely give you a shout out. I always want to give credit where credit is due for the people who hit the like button and also show support for the channel by subscribing. Really appreciate it. All right, he says that was his first deer. All right, shout out to Nathan. Nathan said he just subscribed. Really appreciate that. All right, Dave said he subscribed yesterday. Really appreciate that. Mike Mark says, that's awesome. Congratulations on your deer, Benjamin. Oh, yeah, Benjamin is doing his thing. Said he got it with a 308. All right, I see a little bit of cover out here. So, yeah, so today, guys, the weather has changed up on me. So it is a little warmer out here. The water temp is still about the same, 76 degrees where I'm at right now. But when this sun is out like this, I guess people call this bluebird skies. In some cases, it definitely does not help the bite out. So you just kind of have to get creative and just try a few different things. So right now I'm slowing things down. I'm on the shaky head. Shout out to Benjamin. He hit the subscribe button. Really appreciate that. Uh-oh, we have Big Ivy checking in. Big shout out to the money team. Those are the members of the channel, guys. And if you notice, they have a badge next to the name. What does Big Ivy say? He says, yo, I wish I was fishing with you because I got the most focused ever. Let me see, received in the last tournament. I fit, okay, my body is battered and hurt so bad. My boater did 80 miles an hour. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness, not the 80 miles an hour. Did he catch anything? Did he do 80 to go catch nothing? Or was he out there catching? I really appreciate that, Benjamin. Hit the subscribe button. All right, and if you have not hit the like button, guys, please go ahead and tap that like button for me. It really does help the channel. We've been out here, how long have we been out here? Just a little over an hour. So we're just getting rolling, guys. We spent, what, about the first 30 to 45 minutes getting all my gear set up, showing you guys some stuff on the screen, what I was going to be doing with the electronics, some of the baits that I was using. And now we're just scanning around looking for some action. All right, not really seeing anything on this point here, so we're going to pack up and move again. So one thing I have noticed is those areas that were in deeper water have been holding bait fish. I'm not seeing them shallow. But then again, this is just the first point that I've stopped at. All right, let's see what else you guys are talking about in the chat. Dave said the worst Uber dry ride ever. All right, Big Ivy says, forward-facing sonar. I didn't catch anything. I couldn't fish. I couldn't even stand up. I had to go to the, oh my goodness, you had to go to the emergency room. Are you being serious? Did you actually have to go to the emergency room? Was he hitting waves that hard, going 80 miles an hour? I mean, I know that can cause some serious back issues. You may have needed to tap him on the shoulder and say, hey, buddy, you need to slow down a little bit. I mean, that's one thing about those BFLs, because that's what you were fishing, right? The BFL, is they're made for boaters and co-anglers. All right, I'm not seeing anything here, guys, so let's pack up and move, roll out again. Let's get this loose. All right, so we're gonna pack up, roll out to the next spot. I was hoping we could find an area where there's a good top water bite, but you never know. Some days it's good, some days it's not. Just trying to think, should we make a short run? All right, time for a snack. Let me get me a sandwich as we roll to the next spot. All right, let's see what we can find over here. So did you tell the guy to slow down or anything? And did you really go to the emergency room? That's what I want to know. Big Ivy says bass catch are not comfortable at all. So yeah, being a co-angler in BFLs, I'm pretty sure you've been in a lot of different boats. What would you say are the best riding boats as far as being comfortable on these lakes when you're fishing those tournaments as a co-angler? All right, check this out. That person on the jet ski just drove right across where I'm planning on going to fish. Now, some people get upset when people do that, but for me, I know that in a lot of cases, what that does is it will get those fish, the bait fish, stirred up, and it'll get those bass to start biting. So a lot of times what I do is as soon as somebody goes across like that, I'll cast right into their wake. All right, I see some cover about 30 feet down. I want to get a little more shallow than that. But I'm seeing these bigger schools of fish are actually out in deeper water right now. All right, there's some cover right there. It's down towards the bottom, and I don't see any fish suspended over it. So let's get this shaky head and throw down into it and see if maybe, just maybe, there's some fish down there. Uh-oh, I just saw them. They were trying to hide from me, but now I saw them on the screen. Shout out to Living Out Loud, the podcast. Says, good morning, Money Bass in chat. Is that a fish sandwich? Nope, that is a turkey sandwich. All right, let me see. Multitasking, watching church, and Money Bass. What's going on, Patrick? Good to see you in there. All right, then we have Tom Mix. What does Tom Mix say? Let's see. It says, Money, I've been watching and switching devices. You're on both TVs now and on the phone when I step outside. All right, cool. Good deal. All right, DeQuante says, what's the next spot? Let me see, under some. Let me see, not sure what that one means. Let me see, overhang. Samuel says, you ain't wolfed that sandwich down yet? No, sir, I don't want to be out here choking. I'm on the boat by myself. And look, guys, you can't see me, but I have my life vest on. Whenever I come out here, I leave my life vest on because you always want to be safe, especially when you're out fishing by yourself. So try to get you a nice life vest. Some people like the inflatables. Those are the ones that I like to use because that allows me to leave it on. It's pretty comfortable. All right, look at these bait fish right here. I see some bait fish, but I do not see any bass around them. Uh-oh, there's a nice ledge over there. When this sun comes up, sometimes those fish are trying to hide. They're trying to corral those bait fish into places where they can feed on them pretty easy. All right, and there's some bass. They're right under the boat now, so that's not really gonna help out. Let me just check this ledge out. See if there's anything over there on that ledge. See some bait fish over there, so let's go ahead and drag this worm across the bottom with a shaky head while I'm scouting around. All right, so we've gone to 2 points so far, and the points are dead. You remember the other day when I came out, the points were live. That's where the action was at. But things change. That's how you can come out one day and you can kill them, do a great job, have a great day, go back and tell your friends about how good of a fisherman you are. You can come out the next day and things have changed up on you and be like, man, do you even know how to fish? All right, let's see. Big Ivy says, comfortable boats are the Phoenix Rangers, and the new Nitro Z's. Okay, the top 3. Check that out, guys. All right, Big Ivy says, oh, I can't forget about those Falcons. They are pretty smooth too, all right? All right, good deal. So yeah, mine, I have a Nitro Z20, and it runs very well for me on water that's kind of choppy on those rough days. Oh my goodness, there they go schooling, guys. See how fast I got that other rod out there, and I got it out there with a fish rat? Let's see if it'll pay off. Nope, didn't pay off. But you have to stay ready. You see that? If you stay ready, who knows the second part of that phrase? If you stay ready, then what? If you stay ready, what's the second part of that phrase? What is going on? Dave Rosenberg, he says, nothing like a phoenix. What's going on, man? Haven't seen you in a while. Good to see you in the chat. Make sure you guys hit that like button on the way in if you have not already hit it. All right, Dave, how are things going for you out there? I know you have tactical tungsten. Is that correct? You still got things right there rolling with tactical tungsten? Got a nice brand out there, making things happen in the fishing industry. All right, let's see. Sporty Sports says, what state are you in? I'm in Georgia, the big GA. There's some more bait fish. There's one little solo fish up there on the rocks. So right now, take a look, guys. The water's down kind of low. You can see all these rocks and everything up here that are out of the water, but there's still some in the water. But yeah, so these fish have pretty much moved out to deeper water. I'm currently sitting in 39 feet of water, and there's fish directly under me. But what we're gonna do today is stick and move. I don't really see anything that looks too appealing. So what we're about to do is pack up and roll out again. We're trying to find where the fish are hanging out at. All right, let's roll out. All right, I'm running this Mega Live right here. That's that Mega Live transducer, and I'm running this 360 right there. I haven't really been using the 360 too much. There's a nice secondary point. I haven't checked any of those. Let's just go back here and take a look. I'm thinking the fish are gonna be more out on the main lake channel. But it doesn't hurt to look around. I mean, one of the things about fishing, guys, even when you come out here, I mean, it's always something nice to see, nice scenery, nice relaxing day, being out on the water. You have people that are coming out here tubing. Some people just come out, just drive around and enjoy their day on the lake. All right, so we're on a secondary point now. Let's just take a look. Probably won't be anything over here. At least that's what I'm thinking. But let's just check. Oh my goodness, okay. I guess I was wrong. All right, let me show you guys what I've just found. Where did they go? Let's go ahead and make a cast. Well, I saw a few fish out there 1 second, and then the next second they were gone. All right, let's see. There we go. There's something out that way. Let's make another cast. Dave Rosenberg says, we need to go fishing. Oh, yeah. Definitely, man. I try to get out here, spend a little time on the lake. Whoa, Big Ivy, you fractured your tailbone. Goodness gracious. So you really did so you really went to the emergency room, Big Ivy. Did you have to leave during the tournament, or what was the case? What happened with that? All right, so I just found those fish. They're sitting about 60 feet out, suspended about 15 feet. So they may come up and hit it. And they are not. They're now swimming away from the bait. All right, so let's go ahead and pack up and move again. We're just looking for active fish. But yeah, put some more details about what happened with that accident, Ivy. And did the day end early? Man, that is crazy. And I wonder how that's gonna Samuel. Oh no, Samuel. That's messed up. Oh, Samuel, I think he's gonna get you for that one, man. All right, Ivy. I know you're gonna have to get some revenge on Samuel. Samuel's in there. I mean, it was pretty funny. It was pretty funny. Wow, look at that. As soon as I dropped it, look at all these bait fish. But I'm sitting in 36 feet of water. I don't see any bass around it, but look at those 3 big. All right, so there's a lot of bait fish on this point. Will there be bass that want to bite? All right, Big Ivy says, I didn't mean when I went home, I had to because I couldn't. I thought the pain would go away, but the pain did not go away. So I had to go straight to an emergency soon as I pulled up at home. Man. So man, how does that work? Do you file a claim against the boater's insurance policy for your medical expenses, or how does that work? So from what I'm understanding, what happened, Big Ivy, is you're saying that you went and fished the BFL. The boater was running a bass cat, which are known for being fast boats. And from what you're saying, wasn't too comfortable on your side of things. He was going 80 miles an hour in rough water. And you got beat up pretty bad. Once you got home, you realized that the pain was not going away. So you went to the emergency room and they found that you had broke your tailbone. Is that correct? Is that the story, Big Ivy? Let us know. inquisitive minds want to know, Big Ivy. We need to know the details on this. All right, so I'm not seeing any fish on this point either. But this bait that I'm throwing, I like fishing this bait, so I'm gonna make a few casts anyway. Like I was explaining earlier, I just want to get used to this new setup because my other setup, a fish came and strong arm robbed me and just straight took my pole, rod, reel, and bait when I was out here. Man, this thing is casting great. I put some monofilament line on here, guys. I have 12-pound monofilament. I have the drag where the brakes are wide open. And so I'm just using my thumb to control the distance and make sure it doesn't backlash or anything like that. But this reel is working pretty great. All right, we're gonna pack up and move again. Nothing to see here either. Gonna keep on rolling. All right, in the chat, uh-oh, there's some fish out there right when I pulled it. Man, they came straight up at it, but did not take it. All right, there's another fish out there at about 60 feet. Let's see what he's talking about. See if he wants to come up and play. Nope, no action. No action. I almost had one that wanted to come up and commit on that, but did not. All right, make sure you guys continue to get active in chat. Did anyone fish tournaments this weekend besides Big Ivy? He was fishing a BFL. Said it was a tough day out there on the lake, didn't catch anything. And that trip actually sent him to the emergency room. Now that is tough. That's tough business right there. All right, we're gonna keep moving. Actually, just as I packed up to move, I see some fish right under the boat. Samuel says, get in touch with the BFL tournament director and ask for the boater insurance information and file the claim. All right. Big Ivy Fishing says, I probably would have been okay. I didn't want to mess the day up, so I took the pain. Goodness gracious, Big Ivy. It's just fishing, man. You can't do that. It's cool. I can live now. I know I just need to get my own boat so I don't have to go through crazy people. Man. Nah, Big Ivy, you can still file a claim. That's what the boater's insurance is for. I mean, if you have bills, then you definitely want to do that. I mean, at minimum, call the tournament director and ask them. And I believe the waiver that you're referring to is for the tournament organization, not the boater. You can't have somebody out there that's just being reckless and then have them void of any consequences around that. So I don't know if you have the right information on that one, Big Ivy. I would still contact the tournament director. So when you were on the boat and it happened, did you say anything to the boater about it? Did you mention anything at all? All right, we're rolling, guys. We have 58 likes. We need 2 more likes to hit 60. If you have already hit the like button, type the word like in the chat. If you have not, hit the like button. Hit the like button and then put the number, like we're sitting at 58. Who is going to hit the like button and be number 59? If you hit the like button at 59, type 59 in the chat. All right, Samuel says, hopefully he mentioned to someone the discomfort he was in. All right, fishing for dollars. All right, good deal. All right, he hit me with the 59. Really, really appreciate that, sir. And when you see Milliken again, tell him that Money Bass said, what's up? I need to get him back on the show again. I know he's pumping out content on his YouTube channel a lot now that the season is kind of wound down a little bit. Mr. Stack Rack says he's number 59. I think you were number 60, sir. Really, really appreciate that, guys. Big Ivy, man, come on, man. Big Ivy's getting serious on here. He says, the crazy thing is, at the emergency room, they sent me home with this donut, and the thing doesn't even hold half of my butt. I asked the nurse if I was supposed to take a boo-boo through this thing. Oh, no. Come on. Oh, Ivy, come on, man. Fishing for Dollars says, never met him. Bought from Boatworks. I'm their plumber. Okay, that's how I got this deal. Oh, okay. Oh, gotcha. So was that the Triton? Is that the Triton that you got, or which boat is it that you're referring to? All right, I know they haven't been hitting this swim bait, guys, but okay. Oh, the Camus. Wow. Okay, well, that was the one he was running this year, right? Or was that last year? I kind of lost track. All right, so how many of you guys do this? So this bait right here, this setup, I just set this up yesterday, 12-pound monofilament, have an 8-gear ratio reel, 7.6, medium heavy rod, got a nice tip on it. And this bait, I really like throwing this bait. I'm not getting any fish on it, but I'm still gonna throw it because I like throwing this bait. How many of you do that when you go fishing? I mean, you have baits that you like to throw, and you'll go ahead and keep throwing those things anyways, just for the fun of it. All right, so I see a fish sitting right out here at 50 feet out. Let's see if he'll come up here and hit this a bill. And he says, I will not. And I got a leaf on it. Let's try it one more time, see if I can get a better cast. There we go, that's a better cast. All right, they are not reacting to that at all. All right, so these fish aren't coming up. So what we're gonna do is go down to those fish. All right, you said it was last year's boat. It's a 2023. He ran the bass. He ran the bass at, okay. The bass cat this year. Yes, that is correct. That is correct. Bill Meeks, he knows what happened to me. He says, do not cast that swim bait out there and lay the rod down. Yes, sir, I will definitely not do that again. That is not gonna happen. All right, so we're gonna get out here, throw this shaky head a little bit. All right, Big Ivy said, well, that's what I'm going to do. I didn't know that you can file a claim against a reckless boater. I learn something new every day. Yes, sir, we have to have boat insurance with a $300,000 liability policy. And that is what that is for, whenever you have an injury or something like that. So did you mention to your boater or anyone about the discomfort of that boat ride? That's the next question, Big Ivy. Did you mention to anyone about the discomfort that you were having from that boat ride? Did you say anything to the boater? Is the boater aware that you could possibly have been hurt? Fishing for Dollar says, but I got a full warranty on the motor. Put the platinum warranty on it for years. Sweet. Oh, yeah, definitely, definitely. So was he running a Mercury or a Yamaha on that boat? A Mercury 250. Oh, yeah. That's what I have on mine, and I got that platinum warranty on mine also. I extended mine for, I think, for an additional 5 years or something like that, too. All right, so we slowed things down right now, just fishing a shaky head. Big Ivy says, let me see, people will walk past and get the laughing. I asked what you were laughing at. They would say, oh, you will find out. Fishing for Dollar says, had to get lower unit rebuilt, though, to ease my mind. Wow, why'd you have to get the lower unit rebuilt? What happened? All right, you said you're going to be at Clark's Hill in the spring. I'm going to be at Clark's Hill, I think next month. You said you see how he drives. Oh yeah, you could put the pedal to the metal whenever you're gonna be replacing those boats every year, huh? I wasn't sure if he had hit something or you just saying he kind of runs it rough. Skeg was tore up when I got it. Oh man. So did they replace that under warranty or did you have to pay for it? Okay, man. So you had to pay for it. You said warranty won't cover reckless driving. Oh man. Because those lower units are about $8,000 or something like that, right? Because I actually have a extra one sitting at my house. Whenever I had an incident with my lower unit, it was a cosmetic issue, but since they couldn't fix the cosmetics of it, they replaced it. All right, what we're gonna do today is who was on here and saw when I lost my entire rod, reel, lure, and that entire setup. Who was watching when that fish yanked my entire rod off of the boat? If you saw that, put yes, I saw it. What we're gonna do is I'm gonna go back over to that same location and I'm out for revenge. I'm gonna catch one of those fish out of that school if I can find them. I know the chances of me actually catching a fish with my rod, reel, and my bait and everything in his mouth is pretty slim to none, meaning none. But I'm going back anyways. They owe me. So I'm coming to collect. Bill Meek said, yes, I saw it. Who else said? Tom Mix said, yes, I saw it. Have Meeks and Mix, all right, both of you checking in. Appreciate that. All right, let's see if I can get my bait back. I just got hung up, guys. We're gonna take off from this location and we're gonna stop by one spot and then we're gonna go back to where I lost that rod and reel setup. Okay, you said you told a couple of Miles Club members about it. Did you tell anybody about it? The boater or anybody at the tournament? Was there anybody there that you mentioned about the discomfort or anything? All right, Big Ivy says he is running a Mercury on that boat and it was weird because it had an automatic starter and I ain't heard Mercury when they put automatic starters on there. All right, but the question that we're trying to get you to answer for us is, who did you tell about the discomfort? Or did you not say anything to anybody at the tournament, the boater, or anybody? All right, there we go. I was able to get it back. Let's go ahead and pack up. We're gonna run and check out one other area real quick where I saw some fish schooling yesterday and see what happens. And one thing that I have kind of noticed is there's kind of like feeding windows, if that's what you want to call it, where the bite will kind of pick up. And ideally, what you want to do when that happens is you want to be where the bigger fish are at. So when they start biting, you're catching bigger fish instead of catching smaller ones. But today the weather is different. I came out a little later, so I'm pretty sure I missed the when they were coming on top schooling. I'm pretty sure I missed that bite. All right, Samuel says, be neat if you snag the rod with the fish on it. Yeah, it sure would. I mean, that would definitely make my day, but I was in deep water then. I was probably in like 40 feet of water when that happened. So I know the chances of that are gonna be slim to none. All right, so we're not back at the scene of the crime yet. I saw some schooling fish over here, so I decided to stop over here. Let's see what you guys have been talking about while I was running. It happened to me during a tournament. Living Out Loud says, wouldn't it be awesome to catch a fish on the... Yeah, it sure would. What's going on, Rod Wilson? Checking in. Good to see you. Oh, yeah, it is still morning. It's still morning. All right, so we're going to be out here trying to see if we can get some of these fish to come up and hit the top water bait or hit, I'm going to throw this swim bait because I told you guys that I want to catch something on the swim bait. Get a nice long cast out there. And let's see if these fish are going to cooperate. All right, so they are not cooperating yet. Oh my goodness. That looks lovely out that way. Let's see if these fish will cooperate. Let me back off of them a little bit. All right, so they are schooling now that these boats went by. But as usual, they're doing it out of distance from where my casts are going. All right, let's try a different retrieve. Close but no cigar. Close but no cigar, man. All right, still scanning. So boat traffic's kind of died down a little bit. Hopefully that will entice some of these fish to start coming back up on top again before that boat traffic comes back. Big Ivy says, did you get that rod back? I did not get the rod back that the fish took off with, but I had another setup in my boat. I have this 7.6 medium heavy, and I set the reel back. I just used a different reel, one that I use for my bigger swim baits. I was using this reel on a Chad shad, so I changed out the line. I went and bought some 12-pound monofilament and got my Sabile set up back in action. There we go. That's the bait that I'm throwing right now, trying to see if I can get these fish to react to it. They're following it, but they're just not hitting it. I know I need to change up to something different, but hey, I want to catch something with the Sabile. I know sooner or later, something is going to hit it. So I'm gonna keep trying it. We'll try some top water action in just a minute. All right, so that was a no-go. Let's just try this top water real quick. What's going on, Pat? Pat says, good morning, people. Where are you fishing at? I'm on Lake Lanier. Where are you at, Pat? All right, Sammy says, the wind is picking up. All right, Big Ivy says, I told the members that were there, it was like it was a state tournament. So do this for me, Big Ivy. Say, yes, I did mention it to the boater, or no, I did not mention it to the boater. That's what we're trying to get you to answer for us. Did you mention it to the boater? Say, yes, I did, or no, I did not mention it to the boater. All right, there's some more schooling fish out here. But when they're doing it, they're just out of range. What's going on, Texas Newt? Pat says he's in New York City. Oh yeah, it's a beautiful day out here. I wish it was a little more cloud cover. It probably helped the bite out a little bit. Whenever I was out here on the days where it had a little more cloud cover, the bite was definitely a lot better. Pat says, did you try dropping a jig and retrieving it very slow? No, I did not try that. I might try a spoon or something like that. Maybe. We'll see. We'll see. Big Ivy says, what day did it happen so I can go back and watch the video? Let me see. I think it happened on Friday. I think it's on Friday's live. It's whichever one you see that is 1 hour and about 53 minutes long. And it's about an hour and 35 minutes into the video. After I lost that Okay, I just had a hit, guys, but it did not take it. So let's slow it down a little bit, let it sit. Oh yeah, there's a lot of boat traffic out here. Watch how close this boat comes right here. Now, this boat that you're about to see, I could actually cast out and hit this boat. Let's see, he's about to come into play. Can you see him yet? There he goes. Okay, he kind of veered away a little bit, but he was kind of close. He was heading in kind of close. All right, so Samuel says, Pat, man, let me see. What is that Okay, I was coming through some cover. Everything but the kitchen sink, them fish have lockjaw. Nah, I mean, I'm being kind of stubborn. I'm not throwing probably what I should be. I have certain things on the boat. Goodness gracious, look at the weight that this boat just kicked off. But I have certain things that I'm out here that I want to make sure that I've set up properly. I've changed some setups on some things. So I'm not really doing what I should be doing based on what I'm seeing out here. All right, so yeah, I see these fish are relating to the bottom. And with all this boat traffic where I'm at, probably not gonna be able to get them to come on top. But you know, I gotta try it anyway. All right, I see some that's heading over towards it. Let's see what they'll do. They said we're gonna do nothing. We're just gonna go and look at you. All right, let's get this shaky head back out there and then I'll hop into the chat. I see you guys are putting some more comments and questions out there. So let's get to those. All right, perfect. That cast was right where I needed to be, right out at about 85, 90 feet. There are some suspended fish out there and there are fish down on the bottom. They just followed the bait down. So I'm gonna work this back extra slow and see if we have any takers. All right, Pat says, are you fishing any structure at all? Yes, sir. I'll show you in just a second. All right, Big Ivy says, what's with the vertical footage? Why aren't you shooting horizontal? So I'm doing a different style of video right now. So that's why I'm doing things a little different. But make sure you guys tune in on November 9th and 10th. We will be doing a live Battle of the Anglers. Once again, for you guys that like that format. If you have not heard of that, go and search Money Bass Battle of the Anglers on YouTube and just click and watch, watch a little bit of one of those competitions. And it will be a live competition. The same way I'm communicating with you guys in the chat will be the same way that we communicate during the live tournament. The anglers are all talking to each other, going back and forth with each other. Some of the guys are out there to settle some beefs and everything. So it's a pretty nice format. All right, let's see. Fishing for $1 says polishing sucks, but wet sanding is even worse. But I'm getting it done. Oh man, yeah, you're putting in work. I might have to get somebody to do that for me because I have never done that before, and that doesn't sound like something I want to do. All right, let's see. Pat, he says, I always find that you should go with your instincts. Throw what you need to throw. Big Ivy says, how do you say, what is that? You talking about your boater? All right, let's see. Fishing for $1 says, working on a buoy scuff on the bottom. Getting it cleaned up, though. Okay. Yeah, I have a few scuffs on mine, too, from where I kind of bumped into a boat dock before and came at the trailer a little too hot once or twice. So I have a few dings and things on here that might need to be worked out. All right, so let me show you the cover that I'm casting to. Okay, so right now, it's kind of like some rocks, a little bit of brush and stuff down here. I'm sitting in 15 feet of water, and I'm casting to about 10 feet, and those fish are relating to the bottom. So I'm throwing a shaky head out there right now and just working that back real slow. Probably stay in this spot for maybe about 5 more minutes, and then we're gonna head to the infamous spot where I was robbed. Strong arm robbery by a spotted bass. What's going on, Adrian? He says, if you want to catch a big shark, do you have to go to the beach? Oh, yeah, I'm definitely not going to catch a shark here. All right, Big Ivy, let's see. He says, please excuse my French. I got to stop trying to be this nice guy and just, he said, I'm quiet. Sure, everybody know how some people act. Uh-oh. All you got to do is call the tournament director. Call the tournament director. It shouldn't be a complicated process at all. Just call the tournament director. Samuel Schultz says, guys, that's a hoot. You can get on them while they fish on the last one. Oh, yeah. While the anglers had a forward-facing oh, yeah, that is right. Got a cease and desist letter. What's going on, Tyler? He says, you need to drift fish. He said, man, you need to try a different technique because what you're doing just isn't working. It isn't working, buddy. All right, we're at 71 likes. Really appreciate it. If there's anybody that is new to the channel, please consider subscribing and definitely hit that like button while you're here. Really appreciate anybody that is getting active in the chat, showing some support for the channel. We're always here to have a good time, enjoy the scenery, enjoy catching some fish every now and then we do this thing that we call the guessing game, where I will hold the fish up, let you guys guess the weight and see who is the closest. And we've had some people that guess the weight of the fish dead on. So yeah, so that's always fun. So I need to get a fish to the boat so we could do the guessing game. How about that? So there's definitely a lot of boat traffic over here. All right, I'm gonna make one more cast. Has anybody ever said that? Just one more cast? Mason said you just need to try trolling. You need to just give up bass fishing and just start trolling. All right, next time I will probably come out here a little earlier before the bite dies. Right now we're at midday, the sun is up and shining. So when I'm fishing on Tuesday, I pretty much know during this time of the day is when it's going to be tough. So I need to try something different. So what I'll probably do on what you guys may see me do on Tuesday around this time of the day, more than likely the tournament will last until 3 o'clock. So once we get around 11 o'clock or so, from 11 to maybe 1, I'll probably go shallow, fish docks and some things like that. Samuel says, my guess is 1 pound, 12 ounces. I gotta show you the fish first. All right, there we go. Look how close that one is. Now I can cast to this this pontoon right here. He is not that far in front of me. And like I said, sometimes whenever this happens is when I will go ahead and pick up my top water bait when people drive in close to the boat like that, because it stirs up the bait fish. And once those bait fish get stirred up, those bass will start coming up on top. So I cast right into the wake of that boat. All right, looks like a no-go. Let's go ahead and head to the scene of the crime. We're gonna head straight to the scene of the crime now, guys. And I'm on the hunt for a criminal. A fish that stole my rod, stole my reel, stole my bait. I had a full spool of expensive line on there and just took everything from me. I feel so violated, guys. It got me, but I have to get him back. I'm out for revenge. All right, let's hop into the chat and see if you guys are talking about anything. All right, let's fire up this 250 Merc. All right, Pat says, what outfits do you recommend? Josh said smack that pontoon with a 1 ounce jig. Oh my goodness. Let's hop out of here. All right, guys, we are back at the scene of the crime. All right, so we have the Seville ready. We have top water ready. Let me get this untangled so we can be ready for some action. So we're away from the boat traffic. Hopefully this will make a difference. All right, starting to see a few bait fish. All right, let's hop back into the chat real quick. Pat says trolling takes the fun out of fishing. Yeah. Super Broker says, I'm in Oklahoma. I have had my bass boat out probably 10 times this year. It's either too hot or too cold. Hey, man, if it's too hot, you got to strip down. And if it's too cold, you got to layer up. Never too hot or too cold. And if it's too cold, you just take a drill, drill a hole through the ice and get it cracking. All right, Pale Rider says, that fish yesterday did a drive-by on money. Oh, yeah, guess it might have been a swim-by. That is true. Mason says, what's your PB? My personal best largemouth is 8.57. My personal best on a spotted bass is 5 pounds, 11 ounces. Pat says, I'm surprised you aren't fishing structure like docks and tree branches with the sun up high. Yes, sir. That is definitely what I will be doing. You know, if this was a tournament situation, but right now I'm just out here fun fishing. As you see, I'm using my electronics. So a lot of people kind of relate this to out here playing video games. So even when you're not catching fish, you're seeing bait fish, you're seeing the fish follow your lures, all of that good stuff. So, you know, just a matter of what your goal for the day is. I'm out here to have some fun. All right, Super Broker, let me see. I can't believe them boats get that close to you. Oh yeah, they'll come right up on you. A lot of people don't really understand or realize what, you know, what's going on with you know, different things out here with when it comes to bass fishing, because they're just out here to enjoy themselves just like everybody else. So they're focusing on what they're doing. All right, let me see. Mason says, what's your job? Kind of do a few things with some real estate and some things online in the fishing game. All right, let's see. All right, I'm starting to see some fish out there. Let me ease in a little bit closer. All right, there we go. So I see some fish that I want to target. Uh-oh, and I heard some schooling fish. There they go, right there. They're right there. There we go. All right. Let's see. Come on, buddy. Don't let me down. All right, didn't hit it. All right, so they're out here schooling. So yesterday, well, I think it was Friday. What happened to me, guys, is those fish were schooling. I cast at a school of fish. Nothing hit it, so I put that rod down without reeling it back in. Cast a second rod out. Nothing hit that one right away, so I put that one out and cast right into that school real fast again. And before I could pick up a third rod, I put that second rod down and I looked at it and that thing was taking off in the water. A fish had actually grabbed my bait and was headed home. All right, got him, guys, got him. Ah, he had some buddies with him. He came right up when I killed it. Let's see if I can get him to the boat because he has one hook in him. One hook. I told you guys sooner or later I would get him with that Sabille. Let's see if I can flip him for you guys. Ah, there he goes. There he goes. Now I have to interrogate this fish and ask him where's his buddy at that stole my rod yesterday. Well, not yesterday, but on Friday. All right, buddy. Let's get you over here. All right, there we go. All right, so you guys, we are going to play the guessing game. Guess the weight of the fish. All right, let's get these hooks out real quick. All right, there we go. Let's take a look at him. As always, take a look at that stomach. Can you guys see the stomach on that fish? That fish has been eaten a lot. It is a very healthy fish. All right, so who saw that fish come up and hit the bait? If you saw it, put I saw it. All right, there we go. Look at the colors on that fish. Very, very pretty fish. And this is a spotted bass. Let me just show you. See that patch right there on his tongue? If you touch that, it kind of feels rough, like a little patch of sandpaper. There he goes, guys. He's looking at you. He's like, guess my weight. All right, in the chat, start dropping the weights in there. How much do you think this fish weighs? While you guys are doing that, let me drop him in the live well. And actually, let me drop him in this other live well because that water on that side was not released from yesterday. So let's go ahead and do that first. Open that up. Get that recirc on for him. All right, so there we go, guys. Start guessing your weights, and we'll call this Mr. Green Fish. We'll put this green tag on him. All right, there we go. What is your weight? Guess your weights in the chat, and then we'll get that fish measured up. So these fish are active out here. And let me just show you guys the rod, the reel, the line, the setup, and everything that I used to catch that one. All right, so who saw the catch? If you saw that catch, put yes, I saw it in the chat. Put yes, I saw it in the chat. So I'm gonna get repositioned on these fish, and then I'm going to, let me just look around first, see where his buddies went. All right, I see a few more out here. So I'm gonna get in a few more casts in here, and then I'm gonna hop in the chat, see what you guys are guessing. Oh, you know what? I forgot to put him on the measuring board for you. So let me do that too. But let me get this cast out here first. All right, that was a good cast, about 100 feet or so. And those fish are still up in the water column. He had some buddies that came with him. All right, get a good long cast. Just trying different retrieves. All right, so yeah, I'll put it on the measuring board for you guys. Make sure you hit the like button. We are at 84 likes. Who's gonna be like number 85? We are looking for like number 85. All you have to do is double tap the screen. Likes are free. Somebody asked me how much does it cost to like the video? And my answer was nothing. Likes are free. Now you guys will be surprised once again because here comes another pontoon that is going to come right in casting distance of my boat. All right, so do you guys see him right there, right in casting distance of my boat? And like I told you before, and he actually rode right over the top of the school of that school of fish. So for me, I always look at that as a positive thing. You know, you gotta always look on the bright side. That could stir things up a little bit and get these fish to be active. So I'll start casting immediately into that school. All right, make sure you guys keep putting your guesses in the chat. And also, I want to know who saw that fish come up and take that bait. I can see the swim bait swimming right across the top of the all right, they're right out that way. They're right out there, sitting right in prime location where that boat just came over. And here they come, guys. Oh man, let me just show you what I'm looking at. Those are all of those fish right there that just came swimming over here. So that boat wake did make those fish come up higher in the water column like I was thinking that they would, but they just didn't commit to the bait, commit to the bite. All right, so we're gonna get out here and make one more cast. Make sure you guys continue to get active in the chat. How are we looking on the likes? We're at 87 likes, which is looking good. It's looking decent. Really appreciate the support of the channel. So we're gonna get back out here and I'm gonna show you on the screen the fish that I'm targeting. All right, I'm getting a little interference from some of these boats out here, but there's some fish right out here. Let's see. Let me just scan a little bit. And there they go. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 4 fish sitting right out there. But if I can see those 4, then that means they have some other buddies that are out there with them that I can't see. So I'm gonna make a cast, try to get that out there about 100 feet or so. And then kind of burn it. This is an 8-gear ratio reel, guys. You see how fast I'm reeling that? 8-gear ratio reel. I'm burning it and killing it, letting those fish chase behind it and then killing it. And there they come. They're taking a look at it. But they did not commit to it. There's some that are still sitting out at about 60 feet. So let me just hit those up one more time. All right, like I said, continue to get active in the chat. Putting your guesses up. I'm going to hold that fish up one more time. We're going to check the likes. If you have hit the like button, type the word like in the chat. Type the word like in the chat. Oh, my goodness. All right, there they go out this way, guys. So let me change courses a little bit. Oh yeah, actually this setup is feeling just as good, or not. It might be a little better than the one that I lost. I mean, I'd still love to have that setup back, but. And on that one, I was actually fishing this with a 5-gear ratio reel, and I can actually burn this with this 8-gear ratio reel, and the bait does not blow out. So it's not always a bad thing. I always try to look for the positive side of things in situations. because it definitely wasn't a good thing that fish was able to get away with my rod and reel setup. All right, Pat said it's gonna be 14 inches, 1 pound, 12 ounces. All right, really appreciate that. Like a Boss hit the like button. Preston hit the like button. Tom Mix has hit the like button. Pat, like button. Russ P has hit the like button. All right, SA Fishing 1996 hit the like button. Really appreciate that. Roman Andrew says 3 turns and gently pull the swim bait till line slacks, then reel 3 times fast till tight. Money cadence. All right, all right. I'm getting some tutorials out here. All right, let's try one more thing, and then we're gonna go back and I'm gonna show you guys that fish again. So this is a straight top water bait right here. So I'm gonna walk this right across the top, and I'm gonna keep it moving kind of fast. Can you guys see how fast I'm reeling that right there? And I'm just walking that bait out there. And they're looking. They were looking. Let's get it back out there for them one more time, just in case they want to go ahead and act a little froggy and leap. Bam. All right. There we go. Can you guys see the fish right there on the screen? All right, they didn't commit to it, but they are coming up in the water column, which means that any second they could decide to start schooling on top. All right, there we go. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at this fish, and we're gonna do the guessing game. Let's see who can guess the weight. All right, fishing for dollars. Okay, he said it was his break time. All right, okay, so I see some of you guys said that you saw that bait, saw that fish when it hit. Like a Boss says, 16 inches and 2 pounds, 4 ounces. All right, so this is going to be on the decimal system. So it'll be 2 point something. So 2.00, 2 point. Well, I mean, I'm not telling you the weight, but if you're going to guess 2 plus pounds, then you need to put it in decimal form. All right, Pat says, we see them. All right, so what's the rod and reel? Yeah, I forgot to show you guys that. All right, so I'm throwing this on this is a Ducket Micro Magic 7.6. See that? 7.6, medium heavy. It may not be focused for you. And I'm throwing that on a 13 Fishing Concept Z. This is an 8-gear ratio reel. I don't know if you guys can see it right there. 8-gear ratio reel with 12-pound Trilene XL casting, 12-pound monofilament line, so it has a little stretch to it. And the bait that I'm throwing is that original. Who knows what that bait is? If you know what bait that is, drop that in the chat. And if you guys take a look up here at the top of that, I have it on a speed clip. It allows me to change these baits out real fast. And I see these fish starting to stack back up again. So we're out here live, guys. So I'm kind of going with the flow. So these fish are telling me I need to cast to them a few more times. See if I can get another fish to the boat. So let's see. I'm going to cast past these fish. Well, I thought I was. There's some more fish coming up into play right now. Oh, they're going up looking at the bait now. Let's see if I can get them to commit, guys. All right, another good cast. There we go. Man, I want some of those schoolers to come up and play. But they're not cooperating with schooling today. I haven't really seen them coming up on top. Maybe once the sun kind of calms down a little bit, that'll get a little bit better. All right, I'm riding these waves. Can you guys see those wake? That wake coming up? All right, let's get that back in. All right, so I'm gonna cast this out there and just kind of watch it sink. So I cast that right at 70 feet. So this is my bait right here that's falling down. You see these fish right here? They're going up to take a look at it right now. And they did not hit it. They're still right under it. There's my bait, and there are the fish. There are the fish. There's my bait. I'm letting it sink back down to them. They're getting a little too close to the boat now. They're sitting at about 35 feet out. So yeah, they're a little too close now, guys. All right. Let's go ahead and spot lock on this spot. Now let's go back and take a look at this fish. So we're about to do the guessing game. So we're gonna check the likes. Let's see how the likes are looking. And one thing you always wanna do, you always have to keep your rod right by you. So let me just sit that right there on the seat while we do this, just in case something comes up and is ready to eat. All right, hold on 1 second, peoples. All right, so we're going to put this fish on this measuring board. All right, let's hop in here real quick. So I'm gonna hold him up on the measuring board. And then I have my scale right here. We're gonna put him on this Bubba scale and see who can guess the weight of this fish. All right, so here we go. Let's check the length. I think somebody said 15 inches. Somebody said 14. It is definitely over 15 inches. This measuring board right here, let me just get to where I can see it good. This measuring board is a little over 15 inches, and you can see this fish without even pinching his tail is going going longer than 15 inches. All right, so we know he is more than 15 inches. Let me show you the stomach on this fish. Look at the stomach on that baby right there. Oh yeah, been eating good. Nice, healthy looking fish. These fish on this lake, every fish that I catch has great colors on it like that. You can tell that these fish are very, very healthy. But that's the fish right there. So I'm gonna hop in the chat and see what you guys are putting in here for your guess. And then we're gonna break out this scale. Let's go ahead and get this scale ready. Gonna zero that scale out, and then we're gonna weigh him. All right, but before we do that, let's hop in the chat. All right, so you guys are definitely getting active in here. All right, we are at 95 likes. Once we hit 100 likes, we are going to weigh this fish. Shout out to Tom13. He says he liked it number 93. We're at 95. We just need 5 more likes, peoples, and then we're gonna weigh him. All right, and I need somebody to help me out on this one, to kind of keep a tally to see where we are on the weights. All right, let's see. Let's see. Let's check it out. Let's check it out. I'm scrolling through, checking these weights, guys. We're at 97 likes. We need 3 more likes. 3 more likes, and we're going to weigh that fish. All right, so Pat, he said 14 inches. All right, so you were a little short, and you said 1 pound, 12 ounces. All right, Pat, I think you're going to be a little off. Like a boss says 16 inches. Okay, so he's a little closer. He said 2 pounds, 4 ounces. But I need you to convert that to decimal form. All right, shout out to Roman Andrews with the like button. Josh is from Kentucky. We have Pale Ryder. He says, I missed the fish catch. All right. Let me see. Pat. Then we have Pat Travelino. All right. Says, we see him. All right. Roman Andrews says, what's the red reel? Okay, so I'll go back over the combo and setup and everything. What's going on? Shout out to Cool C and the money team. We need 3 more likes, guys. Really appreciate it. All right, so Pat Travelino says 1 pound, 12 ounces. Okay, 1.75. Then Roman says 2.25, 14 inches. Like a boss is going with the 2.25. Okay, so we have 2 people going with 2.25. Dave says 2.10. Let me see. You don't use braid. Yes, I do use braid, but then I use a leader. I don't use braid on my bait casters that much. All right, let's see. Sabille Magic Swimmer. Yes, sir. That's what it was. Roman says water seems clear. Can get away without braid on bass that aren't monsters. It's what I use. All right, like a boss says, or use an Alabama rig to act as schooling fish. Yeah, these fish are kind of smart, guys. They'll roll up and kind of eyeball that Alabama rig and say, hey, buddy, one of those things aren't swimming right. I'm not going to bite it. All right, let's see. Tom says, how's the fishing? Jackson was tough yesterday. All right, yeah. I mean, it's the conditions are a little different today. The sun is out, not really too many clouds in there, so we have bluebird skies. All right, fishing $4 says this buoy scuff is cleaning off slowly. Don't hit those buoys, fella. Oh yeah, I hit a buoy in this boat, and it was a $20,000 insurance claim. They had to replace the lower unit, fix the fiberglass, and also replace the trolling motor. It was kind of brutal. All right, let's see. Dave says 2.10 with the Magic Swimmer. Like a boss is 2.25, 16 inches. All right, Bubba Scale got one ordered. Good deal. Tom Mix says 2.37. Patrick is at 3 pounds. Russ P 2.8. All right, so like I said, I need somebody to help me kind of look at these weights. I'm going to go back through them in just a second. Eating good in the neighborhood. That is right. All right, so yeah, I see a lot of weights going there. Okay, so Pat says, let's go, Mr. Money, get the weight. All right, let's go ahead. It is time. It is time. So I saw a lot of different weights going in there. Let's go ahead and break it out. I showed you guys how we looked on the measuring board. Now let's take a look on the scale. All right, so here we go, fellas. Guys and gals from around the world. Let's get it zeroed out. All right, there we go. We have it zeroed out. All right, so we have him on the scale. And here we go. Uh-oh. 1.94. Let's go back through the chat and see who is the winner. If you guess 1.94, just drop I'm a winner in the chat. You guys see it? 1.94. 1.94. Let's go ahead and lock that in. All right, turn the scale back off. Put it back in this handy dandy case. I believe these cases float just in case. You never know what might happen out here on these lakes. That's why I always keep my life jacket on the entire time I'm out on the water. All right, so we're going to hop in the chat. 1.94. Who is the winner? Put I'm a winner if you guess that 1.94. All right, let's see. Brody put 1.94. All right, so let's see. Brody. Okay, Brody is like, hey, I'm the winner. Pat says I was the closest. Okay, I'm going back through here. I'm looking. All right, I see Tom was 1.97. All right, where are all the weights at, guys? Where are they at? I'm looking to see if Brody had put that 1.94 in there before I weighed it. All right, I'm looking, guys. 1.9. Okay, Josh Lee was 1.9. I'm looking for Brody. I do not see your 1.94 before the weight. Okay, we're gonna have to leave this one to the judges. You guys that were watching the weights, right now it looks as though the winner was the 1.97, which was Tom. But Brody is saying he had guessed 1.94, but I did not see that in there before the weigh-in. All right, so Tom says, dang, so close. Bill Meek says $200 for the Bubba scale. Oh, yes, sir. You want to definitely get that on a on a discount. Super Broker said, chill, Brody. All right, but Brody was like, hey, man, I put in the 1.94. All right, I'm a winner. I'm a winner. DeQuante says, just tune back in. Good deal. All right. Super Broker said, quit fibbing. All right, let's see. Let's see, guys. Good job, Brody. Pat had 1 point. All right, let's see. All he is doing is spamming the chat. All right, Brody. Yeah, stop putting your 1.94. We see it in there, but Brody, I did not before I put the weight in there. I need somebody to confirm before I weighed the fish. Right now, it looks like Tom had it with 1.97. He was only off by 0.3. But I need confirmation. I need 3 judges to look back and confirm and put whether Brody was the winner or not. But I didn't see Brody's weight before I weighed the fish. We're trying to see who's official out here. Brody may know his bass weight, but right now we have Tom as the unofficial winner. Uh-oh, we have Fishing for Dollars says, Brody says, I'm capping. Brody, that is messed up. Brody says I lied. Brody, bro, hey, but you know what? Hey, you gotta respect that. Brody was like, hey guys, you know what? I wanted to win so bad. I thought I said 1.94, but I actually said 2 something. All right, so good deal, Brody. Really appreciate that. All right, so Tom, looks like you got it. All right, everybody give a big shout out to Tom. Put Tom is the winner. Everybody put Tom in the chat. Really appreciate that, Tom. All right, so look, guys. We have a school of fish sitting out here. Let's see if they will come all the way to the top. Nah, it doesn't look like they're committing to the top, guys. So yeah, so for me, it's just fun throwing those swim baits. I mean, you see it takes a minute to get the fish kind of into play, get them worked up. But once you do, and you get the connect, then it's kind of fun. Hey, you guys, check that out. You gotta give Brody his props. He says, good job, Tom. Sorry about that. All right, good job. Really appreciate that. All right, so we're at 90. Oh, wait a minute. You know, I forgot I was supposed to wait till 100 likes. I need 3 more likes, guys. We went ahead and weighed the fish a little early. Can we get 3 more likes so we can hit 100? We're trying to break 100 likes today. We're out here having some fun. But yeah, everybody, you got to give Brody his props. Brody came back and admitted, you know, he was like, hey, you know, I was off. Tom says, it's all good, Brody. We're out here having some fun with it. Like a Boss says, it's called Like a Boss. Fishing for Dollars says, all good, Brody. Yeah, good deal. Really appreciate that. Big Ivy, he said his guess was 205. All right, let's see. Like a Boss says, get 100 likes. Yeah, man, we need 3 more likes. Big shout out to Tom. Tom is a one-time champ. All right, let's see. All right, so we're gonna get out here and start scanning around again. These fish may not be active out here anymore, but like I said, they're not even really schooling like they were before because there's, you know, the cloud cover is gone. I'm not really seeing bait fish over here from where I'm at. But I just like casting this setup right here. I am able to sling this thing out there and it doesn't even get any backlashes. I see a line twist down here in the spool. So let me get that out. Somebody was asking about what the setup is that I'm using. So I'll show you guys that again. But what I was really hoping for was to be able to get out here and get those fish to come up schooling on top and cast right into that school and connect that way so you could actually see that live action when they're on top of the water. All right, let's see. Fishing for Dollar says, fun, you are having a blast, still on my back. Tom says, I just came to chew gum and guess weights, and I'm all out of gum. All right, so we need some more fish for Tom. Like a boss says, I have to leave, I'll be back. All right, good deal. Glad you had some time to tune in for a minute or two or an hour or two. All right, Super Broker says, all you have to do is double tap the screen, y'all. Yeah, just double tap the screen. Somebody did ask, how much does it cost to like the video? Likes are actually free. All you have to do is double tap the screen. Yep, just double tap the screen, guys, and then that will add a like to the count. We are at like number 98. So whoever hits the like button right now, you will be like number 99. So double tap your screen and then type 99 in the chat once you double tap your screen. I want to see who is going to be like number 99. All right, what I'm doing now is I have picked up my shaky head. And let me just show you guys the setup. This is a Duckett Black Ice Rod, 7.2 medium spinning rod with a Lose Mach 2. And I have high vis yellow braided line on here as my main line. And let me get that cast out there while I'm explaining that. And then that is tied to a 10-pound fluorocarbon leader using a double uni knot. So that's the setup. 7.2 medium heavy, high vis yellow braid. You can see that right there, high vis yellow. That is either 15 or 20 pound high vis yellow braid going to a 10-pound fluorocarbon leader. And so these fish are kind of relating to the bottom also. So I'm throwing right down there. Hopefully I got that into that cover where those fish are relating to. And we'll see what happens with that. All right, Noah hit us with the 99. All right, Tom says, gotta run. See you later. All right, DeQuante Ferris says he was number 99. Well, guess what? Let's see who is 100. Super Broker said there is 100. Good job, y'all. I'm showing 99. We need one more. We need one more like. If you hit the like button at number 100, type 100 in the chat after you hit the one. There we go. Who just tapped the like button at 100? Mr. LeChonk, I hope I'm pronouncing that right, is number 100 on the chat. All right, good deal, guys. We are rolling today. We're out here having a good time. All right, so we're going to catch another one, and then we're going to do the guessing game once again. All right, let's go ahead and get this in. I'm going to make another cast. Try to get this right into that cover where those fish are at. So they're out here wakeboarding and all that good stuff, having some fun. So they got me bouncing around, guys. All right, let's see. Did my cast go where I needed it to go? I think it did. All right, there we go. Got that cast out there. Let this go all the way down to the bottom. And then we're just going to fish this slow. These fish are not coming up on top. What I'll do is pack up, and we'll just go ahead and take off from here. I mean, there's fish everywhere out here, but they're just not as active as I want them to be. So we're going to pack up and jet. All right, so we are sitting on 100 likes. Really appreciate it, guys. Let me see how many you caught today. Today, we have seen a few thousand, but we have caught one. So today was a little slower than it was before. We came out during the heat of the day. Things are starting to cool down now, so maybe the bite will pick up a little bit. Let me see. Samuel says, money, all you have to do is start catching bass. Yep, there we go. All right, let me see. That's 100 of us watching instead of fishing. All right, enjoying the stream while I'm under this boat. Thanks again. All right, really appreciate that. Really appreciate that. All right, I can feel the shaky head coming through some cover right now. But we're going to pack up. Maybe we'll go try to fish some islands, next to some islands or something next. Just waiting for that little tappy tap. Ronnie says, I wouldn't buy a ducket rod if it was the only company on earth. Yeah, I mean, I know there's a lot of people who have their own preferences. What kind of rods do you like? I know some people like St. Croix is another one I hear thrown around a lot. What's some other rods? That Cashin rod that I had. I mean, that was one of my favorite rods. I just lost it, so I'm looking into replacing that one. So I need to get me another Cashin rod. But those things, man, the expense. I need to wait till they go on discount. I wonder if they have a military discount or something. All right, but yeah, so what rods do you use? Who is that, Ronnie? What rods do you use? Samuel says, hold it on the brush and shake it. All right, yeah, so I'm holding it on there. Can you see the shake? Can you see the line twitching? I'm doing nice little subtle shakes. Let's get one more good cast out there where all of those fish are posted up at. And then we're gonna roll and see, because I do want to get some more top water bites in today, guys. That's pretty much what I've been focusing on. And that's why it hasn't been as productive as it could be, because like I said, I want to make these fish bite the way that I want them to. And technically, that's not really the way that you want to do it when you're out here fishing. You want to get out here, figure out what the fish are doing and what will make them bite. But I'm trying to locate the fish that will bite the way that I want them to. All right, shout out to Patrick. Glad you were able to stop through and watch for a little bit. Pat says, I use Black Hole Challenger rods. All right, and Super Broker says, I use St. Croix. All right, Bass X and Shimano. So yeah, there's a little something out there for everybody. All right, let me see. Did it get me? Yep, I think I got hung up on that one, guys. I don't think that was a fish that took me in there. All right, hopefully we can get this loose, and then we're gonna roll out and still stay on the hunt. We're on the hunt for some top water fish. Oh my goodness, what is this? Fishing for Dollars has hit the channel with a $19.99 super chat. Oh my goodness, sir, you are the sponsor of today's live stream. What I say each week that we do these live streams, this channel is supported by you guys, the viewers, subscribers, and people that just stop through to check and see what is going on over here on the Money Bass YouTube channel. So really appreciate that. You are the sponsor of today's live stream. He says, love the stream. Here's some gas money. Oh my goodness. All right. Well, actually, can I use it to replace the gear that that the fish stole from me the other day? Because I got robbed. Can I use it to replace that? I definitely appreciate it. Really, really appreciate it. All right, big shout out to Fishing for Dollars, guys. All right, and if you could, man, I really appreciate that. If you could, in the chat, put fishing, put F4 $, fishing for dollars, put F4 $, in the chat for Fishing for Dollars. Want to give him a big shout out. Really appreciate the strong support of the channel. All right, let's see. Pat says, top water is always the most fun. Nice to see the bass break water. Yes, sir. That's what keeps me out here. Even when I'm not catching fish, I can still keep throwing it because I'm waiting for that one or two that I see come up and start hitting the bait. It kind of reminds me of when you see the sharks come up on TV, knocking those seals out of the water. All right, Ronnie says, nothing against you. I like Lew's, St. Croix, and 6th. Well, hey, it doesn't have to be against me because I don't make the rods. I just use some of them. So I do have a lot of Duckett rods. I was able to get some, some decent deals on some of them. But yeah, I have Duckett. I have 13 Fishing. And what's the other rod? The one I just lost was Cashin. I definitely want to get another Cashin rod. All right, let's see. Fishing for $, says, you sure can. All right, really appreciate that. Bent Banana. We have a Bent Banana in the chat. Says wholesomeness earned him a sub. All right, really, really appreciate it, guys. Really appreciate the strong support of the channel. And we're sitting on 100 likes. Great day out here on the lake. Caleb says, haven't been getting any luck lately. Any tips? Oh man, that's what we're out here talking about. In the chat, just drop what lake you're fishing, what kind of bass you're fishing. I mean, what kind of fish you're going after, Caleb. And I'm pretty sure there's some people that may actually be fishing the same lakes you are that may be able to give you some great tips. All right. Bent Banana giving Fishing for $, a shout out. Super broker. All right, really appreciate that. All right, Pat says, very generous of you, Fishing for $. Oh yeah, definitely, really, really appreciate that. Russ P is shouting out Fishing for $. Samuel Schultz says, who builds their own rods? Oh yeah, there's some people. I know Cal Welcher, he has videos showing how he builds his. Pat Travellino says 101 likes. There we go. Oh yeah, we're moving on up. All right, Fishing for $, says Shimano is my brand of reels. Razor rods is my choice for rods. Yeah, I might have to try some Shimano reel. I know there's one that has some type of digital chip in there. A friend of mine had one of those things. Every time he casts it, it sounds like a machine when he's casting. I'm like, man, I might need to get one of those. It just sounds like it's doing something. I don't know what it's doing, but it sounds like it's making it's gonna make something happen. Man, I just wish there was a little more top water schooling activity today. All right, that's coming through some cover now, so I'm just gonna let it kind of sit there. Just barely move it. Maybe there's a fish eyeballing it right now saying, just move one more time. Oh, no, guys. The fish had it. It pulled me back down. All right, let's see. Let me drop it back down there and just let it sit again. All right, the DC is the anti-backlash reel. Don't have any. My Shimano doesn't backlash after they are tuned in. All right, good deal. The drag is the smoothest, I find. All right, talking about the Stella reels. Man, so that was a missed opportunity right there, guys. I had one. That fish was holding on to it. He was like, hey, man, you going to set the hook or not? And I guess I was like, or not, because I missed him. All right, let's stick and move. Let's stick and move. Yep, there we go. Look at it. Pulled my bait down on the hook. So I just wasn't quite ready. He got me when I wasn't paying attention. So right now, these fish, there's like schools of bait fish, and this is a herring lake. But it's hard to get these. Well, for me, it's hard. I'm pretty sure there's somebody out here that's catching them pretty good. But for me, what I'm doing is not really paying off as much. But hey, it's still, I'm still out here having some fun. I have a tournament that's going to be on Tuesday, so I may do that tournament live. If I do, I may just make it for members only because I probably won't be talking as much. It'll just be straight fishing. So you guys will see how I actually fish during the tournament. When I'm out here doing these lives, I'm just trying different things, trying different techniques. And as you see, I'm doing a lot of talking. So during the tournaments, I'm not going to be talking as much because I'm going to be focused on getting the fish to the boat. Fish for Dollar says, tough as Murray. I've only been to Lake Murray one time, and I found a lot of fish when I went pre-fishing and then didn't even get to fish the tournament. So I never really got a chance to really fish that lake. All right, Fishing for Dollar says, Bang garlic is my scent of choice. He does the spray. All right, good deal. Yeah, Fishing for Dollar says, not on Tuesday. Oh, yeah, they're having a tournament on a Tuesday, and I got an invite. So I'm going to have to come out there and see what I can make happen. Fishing for Dollar says, talking and missing fish. Yes, sir. That is what I do on a regular basis when I come out here doing these lives. That's why I said during the actual tournament, I don't really talk as much. I'm going to be doing a little more focusing and fishing. So if you guys want to see that side of things, then tune in on Tuesday. And I may go ahead and make that live for the members of the channel. So really appreciate everybody that is tuning in, hitting that like button. And big shout out to Fishing for Dollars for the $19.99 super chat. He is the sponsor of today's live stream while he's out there doing some work on that boat that he bought from Ben Milliken, guys. Good deal, good deal. All right, I'm pulling it right through that cover, letting it bounce off of these branches or whatever's down there. I can feel the bait going through there, working its way. All right, Pat says, how can you enter into tournaments? Let's see, hold on, let me take a step back. Super Broker says, where are you located? Right now I'm fishing on Lake Lanier. Fishing for Dollar says, what prop are you running? I think it's a Fury prop, but it's whatever came on this boat, the manufacturer. It's either a 24 or a 23 pitch prop. I can't even remember because I don't really even mess with it. All right, let's see. Pat says, how can you enter tournaments? Yeah, you just search online or through word of mouth. Just find out where people are holding tournaments at and pay your entry fee. And they'll have the rules and stuff set up. So there's tournaments everywhere. So you really just need to, and there's different species. So not everybody fishes for bass. So yeah, really just kind of scout around, see what you have going on in your area. Go to your local tackle shop or something like that, or where they sell fishing tackle. And I'm pretty sure they'll know, they can give you some information about tournaments that are going on in your area. All right, let's see. Super Broke says, are you in Oklahoma? No, sir, I'm in Georgia. All right, Tom Mix says, I have an assortment of rods, but my G Loomis rods get the most use. I do have Dobbins. Okay, he has some Dobbins rods too. All right, so I'm pretty sure you guys can see all of this boat traffic going on out here. Have jet skis, boats. This main lake is gonna have, all right, so fish, okay, he says, I'm running a 24 Fury. That's probably the same thing I have on here. Ran a 23 Fury, same speed, just different RPMs, 24 for the fall, 23 for the summer. Oh yeah, this is definitely a beautiful lake. Look at the water. Look how clear that water is. All right, we're gonna pack up and move to a different spot. Go to a different area. But let me show you guys this setup. So this is that Swimbait bait that I told you guys I like throwing. And I just set this up on this 7.6 medium heavy rod. Here's the bait. And let me just show you guys how this looks in the water. Let me just make a short cast out here. And then just watch as you see it coming through the water. Let's see, can you see it right there at the front of the boat? Let's burn it this time. So it has a nice tight S shape to it. That other one that I have has more of a, and then you can fish it and kill it. See how I can fish it and kill it? And that's how I actually had killed it like that, and then the fish came and grabbed it and took my entire rod setup. So that's how I lost it. But yeah, so that is the bait that I'm using. Somebody was asking about this reel. So this is a 13 Fishing Concept Z reel. I really like this reel. This is an 8-gear ratio reel. So I would say this is one of my favorite reels. But I definitely like lose reels also. So I generally buy a lot of lose reels. All right, so we're packing up, we're rolling. We're on the hunt. We're on the hunt for some top water strikes. So not catching a lot of fish that way. But when we do, it is fun and full of action. All right, let's see, guys. Just checking to make sure I haven't missed anything. All right, so now we're gonna keep moving. Let's see. Let's check the chat real quick before I take off. Tattooed says, I'm proud of you. You are capable of amazing things. Keep pushing forward. It takes a lot to make the best of this life. You're doing awesome. Stay strong. What's going on, Tattooed? I always have some inspirational thoughts coming in. Really appreciate you. Fishing for $1 says, anyone here fishing the Yeti Invitational on Table Rock this weekend? All right, is anybody going to be fishing that? Pat says, Mr. Money, you really put out great content. You interact with the audience and make it very interesting. Oh yeah, oh yeah. So we're gonna pull up on this next one and I'll show you guys a few different baits and everything. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? Hold on, let's hold up. But on this next stop, I will pull up 3 or 4 different baits and let you guys pick what I throw, and then I'll show you the screen, the electronics. But, you know, I can't forget, like he just said, I do have to, you know, get some content out there. So what we're going to do is we are going to make a quick video and put it right on YouTube so you guys will get to see how I put this content out. All right, so we have a fish right in here, and we just weighed Mr. 1.94. So here he goes right here. So we're gonna let him go back down to his buddies and let him tell his buddies what happened to him. He's gonna go back and say, hey man, I went through an alien abduction. Money Bass caught me, stuck me in a little box with some water in it. I was scared. I didn't know what he was gonna do to me. He had people guessing my weight and everything, checking out my stomach. All right, but let's go ahead and make a quick video. We're gonna post this straight to YouTube, guys. All right, here we go. Wait a minute. Let's get it right. Let's get it right. Oh, my goodness. Look at that right there. You gotta love a nice, pretty day on the lake and a fish to go with it. Let's send him back down here to let him know that we catch and release. Go tell your buddies that you were hanging out with money bass. Oh, my goodness. All right, there we go. You gotta love a nice, pretty day on the lake. All right, let's make that pop. Let's send him back down here to let him know. And we're gonna add that. So we're gonna put this live on the channel right now, guys. All right, put a nice little title on there. And now let's pick the thumbnail. So we're just doing some work, putting in a little work. Let's see. Got to pick a thumbnail for it. Appreciate everybody for tuning in, supporting the channel. Just showing you how we do this content creation thing. All right, got that nice thumbnail there. Let's get him. We got that. All right. Check one more thing. Make it. Bass fishing is my life. Bass fishing. There we go. It is up and running. So we're going to take a look in a little bit and see how many of you guys took a look at that video clip. All right, so we're about to roll out. We're on the hunt. Right now we're on the hunt for a top water bite. So we let that fish go. And let's keep on moving. Let's keep moving. All right, guys, continue to get active in the chat while I'm running. I won't really be talking too much. It may be maybe about 2 minutes that I'm going to be running. So I'll kind of pan to the left and right, let you guys see, check out the scenery while I'm running. I'm going to be rolling. I'm running a Nitro Z20 with a 250 horsepower Mercury on the back, 4-stroke. All right, so here we go, guys. All right, that was a nice little run. Man, you guys are definitely getting active in the chat. All right, Samuel says first like on the short. All right, so you already went and checked it out, huh? All right, Like a Boss says I only have 42 subscribers. What type of content do you put on your channel, Like a Boss? Just stick with it. Drop you a few shorts like I just showed you how I did mine. So whatever your content is, just drop you a few shorts on there. You know, people will come and check it out, see what's going on. Maybe they want to be like a boss too. Clint Perry says, I'm back, took mama to breakfast. Burning season says, has there been any catches? Yes, we did the guessing game, sir. And Tom was the winner. All right, Pat says, wow, over 11K subs. Excellent. Oh, yeah, I'm out here trying to put in some work. Trying to get some content out here, see if you guys like it. And apparently you might like it a little bit. We have 107 likes. You guys think we're going to be able to hit 110 likes? If you think we're going to be able to hit 110 likes, put yes in the chat. And if you haven't hit the like button, go ahead and tap that like button. Want to give another big shout out to Fishing for Dollars. He hit the channel with the $19.99 super chat. So he is the sponsor of today's live stream. All right, so we're out here. We're just running around. We're spot hopping. We're fishing points, humps. We're fishing a little everything. I'm driving around looking. If I see some fish schooling, I'll stop and take a look. And I'm using my Humminbird Mega Live today. Today we're doing offshore fishing. So people that are interested in fishing with electronics, that's what we're doing today. On Tuesday, I will be in a tournament, so I will be doing both. So I'll be fishing with and without electronics. So we're gonna mix it up. And then on November 9th and 10th, I will be in Alabama. Logan Martin, that will be a live tournament. So make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. All right, Like a Boss said, I wish I could get more than one like. Really appreciate that. All right, I see some potential customers out there, guys. And you know I want to keep catching these fish on this swim bait. Even though they're not biting it too good today, I'll still keep throwing it because I like fishing with it. Even when I'm not catching fish, I still like throwing it. So I'm going to keep fishing this for a little while. Got a real nice long cast out of that one. And I think I'm going to get another fish, guys. You got to have faith. I think I'm going to do it. I think I'm going to do it. I think I'm going to do it. Let's get it right out there over that cover. I see some fish out there. I see them. I see them. I see them. Sooner or later, they may come up and talk to me. Let's see. Let's see if I can get this cast right where it needs to be this time. Did I get it? I can't tell. So the wind is kind of blowing me. I need to reposition the boat. All right, how are we looking on the light? We need one more. We're about to hit 110. If you hit the like button and it is on 110, put 110 in the chat. I want to definitely give you a big shout out for helping the channel get to 110 likes today. Really, really appreciate the strong support of the channel. And once again, big shout out to Fishing for Dollars. Man, I just had a, oh man, there comes the school. They're right there looking. They're right there looking. They're right there looking. Come on, guys. All you got to do is just tap it. Just put your mouth on it just a little bit. Those hooks will get you. All right, Van Man 85. We have Alex Leon. We have Lucas and K Todd Rank. Am I saying that right? All right, really, really appreciate it. We got us to past that 110 mark. Fish for Dollar says, Ben only left the Raptors and the Ultrex on the boat, but I have a Humminbird with Mega Live on it and a Humminbird on the console. Yeah, I'm a bird fella. Do you wish he left? Let me see. Do wish he left his battery setup with it. Oh, yeah, he had a nice battery setup on there. All right. All right. T Will says, I see you. All right. Fishing for Dollar says, but I'm not complaining for what I paid for this rig. All right. So you got a good deal on it, huh? Would you suggest for other people that are looking into getting a boat to go that same route to you know, kind of work with one of the pros to get their boat after their season is over? Because I know they switch those boats out every year. All right, so let's get dialed in, guys. We got to catch another fish, and then we're going to do the guessing game once again. Oh, he said he stole it. All right, good deal. All right, Van Man, we're out here fishing for spotted bass. Let me just show you what I got, what I have, what's my setup. I have this nice rod and reel combo. This is a 13 fishing, 8 gear ratio reel with 12-pound monofilament on here. Have a 7.6 medium heavy. This is a Duckett Micro Magic rod, 7.6 medium heavy. Has some nice action to it. You know, has some nice flexibility on there to help me get those cast out there. And this is replacing my setup that I just lost because I had a fish that actually yanked my whole rod reel and set up everything. Stole it from me. I laid it down on the boat after I made a cast. A fish hit it, and that was all she wrote. All right, so what I'm doing now is just getting set up on some structure that I saw. All right, like a boss says, my most viewed video has 319 views. All right, so you're getting there. You're making it happen. Fishing for Dollar says, depends on who's out of it and the dollar amount they want for it. Gotcha. So you still have to do some research, still have to put in some work. All right, I see some fish out there. Right there. Let's take a look and see if they want to come up and play. All right, so I see some action out there at about 70 feet out. Let's try some top water on them. right, get another good cast out there. Really appreciate everybody for tuning in, getting active in the chat, and networking with each other. I know some of you guys have been giving some information to each other as far as what lakes you fish, different things you can do to get better on the lakes that you fish, sharing information as far as lures and boats, all of that good stuff. That's what we're doing here, just building a community of like-minded guys and gals that want to enjoy themselves out here on the lake and make the best of it when you can, when you get that chance to head out to the water. And wouldn't you know it, a leaf out there, just one leaf, and I had to hook the leaf. All right, let's hop back into the chat. We've been rolling for a good bit, guys. So today has been a nice, fun day out on the lake. But what I'm about to do, so I do need to spend some time out here getting prepared for my tournament. I've been out here kind of hanging out with you guys, playing around a little bit, playing the guess the weight game, all of that good stuff, showing you some different techniques and tactics that I've been using. Let's hop into the chat real quick. Samuel says that rod was built to fish boat docks. That's right, sir. All right, Fishing for Dollar says no Baitworks owner practically gave me this boat. Wow. Okay. Cool. Wow. Okay. Okay. Because, yeah, you said you did the plumbing work. Okay. Good job. Good job with that. All right. Jacob Welch says, I'm finna get a 10-pound bass. There you go. That's what you want. A nice 10-pounder. You must be in Texas. All right. Fishing for Dollar says, those are good people at Boatworks. All right. Said they had to close. All right. Like a boat. Wow. What? The company had to close? All right. Like a boss says, what pound line do you have on? All right. So this, let me see, what is this? This is 12-pound. Let me see. Yeah, it has a stretch to it. So this is 12-pound monofilament line. That's what I'm throwing my top water on. Some people go straight braid. Yeah, I just like mono because it floats. And when I've used braid, sometimes the water kind of gets bogged down on it if you don't have, if it starts soaking in the water. All right, let's see. Yeah, carpet skins were a bear to get off. Okay. Oh, yeah, definitely. All right, so yeah, break time. All right, guys, we've been rolling. I'm not sure how long we've been on here, but it has been a great time. I really appreciate it. We are at 114 likes. Fishing for Dollars is the official sponsor of today's live stream. He hit the channel with the $19.99 super chat. Whoever gives the largest super chat during the live streams is the sponsor of the live stream. It is very, very much appreciated. Everybody, if you could put F4 $, fishing $4 in the chat. Just want to give him credit where credit is due. Really, really appreciate it once again. And big shout out to Tom. He guessed the weight. So he is the official winner for today for the Guess the Weight challenge. All right, guys, I am going to head out because it is time for me to go ahead and put in some real work out here. I got to go and find some fish, get ready for this tournament on Tuesday. You know, put together a game plan. I may do a live stream for the members of the channel. If you are a member of the money team, you will see that you have that badge next to your name. If anybody is interested in supporting the channel, make sure you click the join button down below. It will give you the information, what it means to become a member of the channel. And I may do a live stream going over my, my plan for Tuesday. If any of you guys want to watch it, I may go ahead and stream it live for you to watch it for the members. All right, Clint Perry shouting out Fishing for Dollars. Really, really appreciate it. All right, guys, really appreciate everyone for tuning in. If you did not hit the like on the way in, make sure you hit that like button on the way out. And we'll be back again. Make sure you hit the subscribe button so you'll get the notifications when we are live. All right, see you on the next live stream. Let me just show you guys a nice view of this lake. Nice, pretty lake. See you guys on the next one.